Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Yeah,
Welcome to Up Late with G and Mark and Mr. Braun down here. Just want to give a quick shout
yeah.
out to Funk and Hungry members, Stylesy and Dave, who's off to see some live music, so hopefully he has a good time. We'll quickly go through the chat. The chat's always different on Restream than it is on YouTube, so we'll see who's here. We have Roger the Pirate. We have Stylesy, Cody the Aussie Alistair Fan Brony, and we have Mark Shedtalk.
Hello.
And how are we, Mark? And well, dark mode tonight.
Yeah, I'm doing well,
We
thanks,
have-
G. How about yourself, G and Roger?
Yeah, I'm
Interesting
really
week. Well, actually, interesting day, actually, but yeah.
We'll get into that in a minute if you want to. Hey there, Brandy Boy. We have Roger the Pirate, aka Roger the Wolfman. Hello there,
Yeah,
Peter.
G'day, Pete.
I sort of changed my name back to my original birth name when I was 18.
Oh,
It's not my original last name, it's not what it is now, and Facebook is.
oh no. So yeah, what should we get into first? Is anyone, Roger, saying he had an interesting day? Do you care to share, or
Yeah, go on,
Well, I
Roger.
just had an interesting time with friends and family today, this morning, and that mostly. Had a good time had a fun at a coffee shop and that, and had a chat with a few friends and family members and that this morning.
sounds like you had a good day?
Yeah, coffee
Mine
shop's
was-
called the Black Cat.
You're the black cat, not the
Black
black
Cat.
sheep.
That's what the coffee shop's called.
Ah,
There's all coffees and also some basic little chocolate stuff as well, like
nice.
sides and stuff, and basic sandwiches and that.
Sounds very good. It's a Saturday, so we've been counting down until the stream started. Yeah, there was a bit of confusion because apparently it's normally 7:30 for them two ladies and gentlemen, lady and gentleman in the chat. Apparently they didn't know about daylight savings, but we've got into that a few times on the channel, daylight savings and how crazy it is. So,
Hi, Caitlin. I didn't notice what Kay said. Hi, Caitlin. For Caitlin. Oh, it's Caitlin.
Yeah, it does. It is easy to confuse a few people, but I was expecting the stream to start at 7:30 tonight, as you've done previously. Not and 8:30. Oh, okay, righto. No worries.
I thought you were talking about a different type of black cat for a second.
that's what I'm talking about. Though they thought it was 7:30 as well, but it's always been 8 o'clock up late with G for me.
Yeah, right. Right.
So it's the daylight savings must have like tricked everyone. So for
Yes.
everyone else, it must have been 7:30 for some people. But it's always been 8 o'clock for me.
It's about 2 or 3 weeks ago since daylight saving ended.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, because usually around first or second weekend of the month and that,
Oh well.
8:41. It's 8:41 here too.
Yeah, Caitlin, I did see the time that G set was 8:30, but just so used to being at 7:30 with the daylight saving thing, and that's
Maybe it was like one of those Mandela effects. Maybe we entered a different dimension. Yeah, Mandela.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Mandalorian effects.
Yeah, because named after Nelson Mandela, because some people thought he died in the 80s in prison in South Africa at the time.
Yes.
He did die, didn't he?
He died in 2013, but not in the 80s. Because some people thought he died in the 1980s in prison, because he was in prison at the time.
Yeah, apparently some people swear that they saw a newspaper with the headlines saying that. It's pretty interesting, actually. I don't know if anyone caught the premiere of the Y-Files today. They talked about anti-gravity and other well-kept
Yeah.
secrets to do with not only just general engineering, but internal combustion engines. How some people came up with ideas to make a car go, instead of say 11 miles per gallon, like 26 miles or even more, and all that technology, all those inventions have been suppressed. The inventors have mysteriously disappeared or died or something like that. It's a really good episode. I recommend you go and watch that. Because it touches on a lot of things, and it's just amazing.
Funny enough, I was watching some bloke has a channel by Mark Shed Talk, and when I was watching Mark Shed Talk live earlier on, when I was on my phone, I looked and it showed that episode of Y-Files, and I'm like, that sounds interesting, just from the title and stuff. But I chose to continue to watch this Mark bloke, and he was quite knowledgeable in steam trains. He was, and
funny that, wasn't he? Yeah. Working diligently on this little gem here.
It's looking very nice.
Oh yeah, it is now.
Nice from Leeds, Yorkshire plate. Leeds.
Leeds is in London, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Leeds up north.
It's the original builder's plate for the steamroller that I'm currently working on. So this bit of brass was manufactured in 1926, like the steamroller itself. It's got a few problems, got a few cracks and things like that, but it's getting to a stage where I can pretty well see myself in it now.
Johnny Red with Pepsi Max. You like your Johnny Red, V and Cody, with Pepsi Max? Johnny Red, eh?
That Pepsi Max will kill you, Cody. No good for you, man.
Yeah, but Johnny Red's a vegan bourbon.
Hey?
Don't you drink full sugar Coke?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, with Johnny Walker, the red label, Johnny Walker.
Yeah, that's
like
that's
the bourbon
I always had. That Lee lives in London. I'm pretty sure he said it a few times.
He should be just waking up by now, shouldn't he?
What's that?
The one with his crown his head.
Lee should be just waking up by now, shouldn't he?
Oh, going to sleep. He's probably been up all night making music. Oh, there you go. So Stylesy sounds like he's having the same, just minus the Johnny Red part.
Except he's not having the Johnny Red.
So Stylesy just
it's the same here, Cody, apart from the Johnny Red.
Just sticking with
like
the
having a bit of Pepsi Max.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, Roger mentioned Yorkshire. I'm sipping tea like Kermit. Well, we'll in a second.
Yorkshire.
I'm gonna have a water.
What have you got there? Water? H2O?
Yeah, just the old H2O, nicely filtered H2O of that.
Hydrogen peroxide.
So this one is the Yorkshire Biscuit Brew. Multi-biscuit brew it is. Go check out Funkin' Hungry if you want more details. it is a rather lovely little brew.
Isn't some bloke called Funkin' Hungry got a food channel now on Facebook?
Oh yeah. What a plonker he is, yeah. He's everywhere, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's
find him in most places.
He comes up. Comes up every second or third feed. I see on Facebook. So sharing things or gradually new people or whatever else.
I hear even if you go to the neighbours, he's normally chilling with the cat over there. get his sauce all over it.
Jeez.
Stylesy, I don't have it all the time, mate. I only have it every so often.
Yeah, I got a black and white pussycat that jumps over my fence from the neighbour's yard that way. One
I wish
thing
I had
left.
black and or white pussycat jumping over mine.
Not my cat, it's the neighbour's cat. Comes over and looks at me and runs off. I think.
Actually, wait a second. My neighbours, I wouldn't be that interested if they popped over the fence with their pussycat. Maybe like, some person, some sort of stray from around the block, maybe. Oh, that was funny. I was walking the other night. It was about 2 weeks ago, and this woman started going like this and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this? What? I didn't know if to like get ready for a fight or whatever. And I had the headphones on. I'm normally cranking the beats, and she's like all waving and moving around and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, remind me of something out of
I like your music.
Took off my headset, and I'm like, what? And she's like, oh yeah. She obviously had a few drinks. She's like, oh, I have a good night, and was jumping around like she just. I had the music in my head, in my headset, but it sounded like, from what I saw with her, she had some sort of music that was just like probably alcohol related music. But yeah, she seemed quite friendly.
Like,
maybe I should have got her number, but
maybe
she can, I guess, jump over my
music. Kind of like Funky Huntley's music.
Maybe she had jump around music. Jump around.
Maybe she had a few of those disco biscuits. She thought she was back in the 80s.
Sorry. I've just been like a little kid then.
When I went out the other day and I was taking footage and stuff, some Asian person was like, they was clearly trying to take pictures of the cube, but they started getting out their phones, and I'm like, yeah, they obviously know who I am. They probably recognise me from YouTube. I was that fucking angry. They were getting their phones out.
Yeah, it's like angry.
And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I was photobombing them all.
See, we've really opened a bit of a debate about the zero sugar
The
Coke.
sugars and the no sugars. I don't like Coke's no sugar or whatever it's called these days. It just tastes like chemicals to me. It tastes like something you'd probably clean your drains with, but I don't know, that's me personally. But I don't mind vanilla Coke. That's my go-to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had vanilla Coke in a long time, and maybe the flavour or the taste has changed for me. But when I first tried it, I didn't like it. I suppose it's one of those things. You either like it or you don't. Maybe over time you get used to it.
Mm. So yeah, recovering from my Saturday night music stream, or Saturday live rather. I'm like, oh, this Saturday night.
Yeah,
that was my mistake. I read it wrong.
We'll have to. I know I keep saying this, but I'm going to have to tune into and listen to what Peter does on Discord on his Saturday live.
Yeah, you was too busy watching that Mark Shed talk, wasn't you, as well?
Yeah, well, this afternoon I was. Earlier today we were doing things, yeah.
It's been around since 2002.
Yeah, about that time, yeah.
Sounds about right.
Pretty sure the two.
Hello there, Princess Catnap.
The mighty Catnap.
Princess Catnap, g'day.
The mighty Cody, the mighty Solzy.
Well, it sounds like Brad might have a cat come over. Might be in the form of Asian food. Exceptionally loud they are. Not just loud.
And me too, said Caitlin.
Yeah, get vanilla Coke in cans, not bottles. If you want bottles, you have to go to either Kmart or Target. I'm pretty sure we have entered the Twilight Zone now. I can't say I've ever gone to Kmart or Target to get like a bottle of
Yeah,
Coke,
that's
or
right.
go to Woolies or Coles.
Now,
I go to
Cody,
New South Wales mostly see clothes. Like,
now
South
Cody
Wales.
makes mention of it. Is because I don't particularly look for it. I'm pretty sure with the Woolworths around the corner here, you can get it in either. Most of the time, you see it in the cans.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's definitely in the bottles.
It's cans is probably the easiest thing to sell to the public, or the easy for people to consume.
Maybe our old mate Nelson has taken them all. The old Mandela. Maybe
Well,
he's
you
been
never know.
chugging all the vanilla Coke.
Yeah, true.
Here we
My
go.
local Coles has
My
vanilla
local
Coke,
Coles has
bottles
vanilla
in
Coke
Sydney.
in the fridge near the checkout.
Mine's down.
They have the
My local
600.
Woolworths
They
are
have,
just. I don't have a Coles here in my small town, but we got a Woolworths, and they usually sell down the aisles the different flavoured Coca Colas. Although they have the refrigerated stuff near the self-serve checkouts. Yeah, in my local Woolworths.
that is very true. What Brad says. If you want a good Coke, you need to have like an ice cold can
Yeah,
of
it's not
Coke. It just
consumption.
when it's like super cold, preferably from like an esky or something that's kept it really cold, and you get the
6
little
years.
water droplets going off it. That's when you know that you're in for an experience, a refreshing experience.
Coke in little baggies. Yeah, right.
I haven't been in cans for 26 years.
I think he's being a bit naughty there, old Brad. Coke in his little baggies.
Little baggies. Wow, we Canada.
And speaking of cans, on what planet is that cans anyway? Kian's cans. That's Australia for you. It's one of the most confusing places on earth. Apparently, it's not even real, is it? We're all paid actors, and it's not on. Have you ever heard that conspiracy?
No, not at
There's
all.
like a conspiracy that Australia's not real, and it's just like a made up place, and everyone who lives there are like paid actors. Like we're
paid actors from Argentina. Paid actors from Argentina.
Seriously,
I'm thinking, I can't even speak Spanish.
There is an actual conspiracy that went.
I can't speak Spanish.
Conspiracy that went around, and it's like Australia isn't real. It's just a made up place, and
apparently we're Argentinians.
Anyone
Argentinians.
Anyone that paid and whatnot is just. If we're paid actors, I'm still standing at the mailbox waiting for my check to come in. I'm like, maybe I'm not acting good enough. It's like the Truman Show.
My job's barely scraping me by.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder why I can understand
sitting there waiting for his check.
So, is this where we say good afternoon, good evening, and good night?
Yeah, that's it, eh?
Can't say that. I can barely say it in
the guy on YouTube
that English, let alone Spanish.
Yeah, the guy on YouTube that said that was me about 2 minutes ago.
Some Scottish guy used to come on. You reckon Australia isn't real either? Because some Scottish guys, fucking, I forgot what his name was, but yeah, Australia isn't real. Yeah, whatever, Mr. Scotchman. I feel like saying to him.
I just found it. The YouTuber who thinks Australia doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, now I want to know where I came from England to.
Where are you?
I wonder where my parents come from, UK as well. Like my mum,
must have hit the Bermuda Triangle and just, maybe they circled back round and
all the dragons
based on fear of being killed by all the wildlife, clearly.
I saw the Dragons Triangle off the coast of Japan. There's a Dragons Triangle.
The saw a koala the other day out in I was going to say out in the
Right.
wilderness of Australia, but apparently it's not Australia. But somewhere I saw it. It was just there, and it was crawling up the tree, and yeah, it was very. I was fearing for my life, like as it climbed the tree and it just sat there and it looked at me, and right fear of God went up me, and I'm like, better get out of here. I don't know where to go to because I thought I was in Australia, but apparently I wasn't. So just caused a whole lot of kerfuffle. But speaking of
Most,
kerfuffle, we have Mr. Kerfuffle himself here.
Mr.
We
Kerfuffle.
have Cody, the Aussie Brony here.
Hey,
G'day,
what's going
Cody.
on?
King Cody.
Hey, Cody Aussie, Alistair Fambroni here.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you didn't put it in your name down there, so I just I had to address
Cody
you like
Dowsey
dark
Brony.
mode, like Mr. Dark Mode up here. I was watching Mark Shed talk earlier on, but Dark Mode is here.
You got the new laptop, have you, Cody?
Yeah, got a new laptop. Yeah, a different angle now.
Yep.
Got a bit of a different backdrop there.
Yeah.
It does look a lot better.
It does, yeah. I'm not looking at the TV all the time. Yeah. That's
really.
So have you been there, Cody? You wanna chat about anything before we move on? Well, if anyone doesn't know, you might see him in certain chats, live chats. This bloke here, Cody, the Aussie Alistair Fambroni. That's him.
That's me.
Everyone give him a round of applause.
Hey.
I want volunteer today at Kmart or Target. I don't know if that's Scottish what about it, dude.
You're right there, Cody. You've got your mug of your Red and Pepsi, Max. Oh, nice.
Oh, Johnny Red, eh? Like your bourbon, mate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bourbon for the strong, eh?
Yep.
Hey, what happened to maybe I had Simon Dogface. He was on my channel earlier watching me do me thing, and he said he was going to catch up with us later, but he hasn't popped in yet. Maybe he's fallen asleep, or maybe he's had enough.
What percentage?
Was he watching you on your OnlyFans?
Straight.
Beg your pardon, G?
Memory.
I said, was he watching you on your OnlyFans?
That's the one, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, now we've got
memory.
now we've got 2 players. Roger has a bit of competition now. What percentage is Johnny Red? 32.
That's straight.
32.
I thought it was 20, but Brad said 32.
Okay.
Cody might be able to answer us. Do you have the bottle, Cody, or you have pre-mix cans?
I have the bottle. I used to have the pre-mixed cans, but I don't anymore. Found it cheaper just to get the bottle.
Yeah, I was going to say bloody expensive. And then at least you can pour like how you want.
That's right.
Doesn't want to do too much.
Well, I've seen your arm flying around like a ninja there, Roger. Are you going to let us know what you're sipping on tonight? You probably said it before when we was all talking about it, but Bundy Red.
Bundaberg rum, extra smooth red label and cola.
I beat you to it, Caitlin. Put it in there first. What up, Mark? You have a new chair? Do you know the Chairinator, Mark?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where is he? Hang on.
He's down here. The Chairinator. What up, Mark? How are ye, buddy?
Chairinator. Sorry, mate. G'day, mate.
Hey.
Where is he? There he is.
Oh,
Stephen.
there he is,
He's on the big screen.
Stephen, the Chairinator comes over from that bloke there. Chairinator comes over from Lee's channel.
That plonker.
Yeah. And Chairinator has his own. That bloke there. Chairinator has his own channel on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And he drives a truck simulator. So
oh hell yeah!
Thanks,
nice.
thanks, Cherinator, for being
Cheers,
here.
Caitlin. Cheers, Caitlin. You're a legend, just like Cody's a legend, Mark's a legend, Cody legend, Paul's a legend,
really
Brad's
feeling the
legend,
love,
and
really feeling the
Caitlin
love
a legend.
tonight.
No, we're all legends here.
Everyone's in sync. Besides earlier when we were talking about good old Nelson and him drinking his Pepsi Max or vanilla Coke sort of redone. Don't mind me. I just come up with the most random stuff. I'm sure we already know by now.
Yep.
No, we wouldn't know that.
Oh yeah, well, during a little on the plonker. Could be fighting that lower fish fridge later on. Oh man!
You can see my fridge now.
You got a secret door like Roger?
What? I got 2 doors, one leading to the backyard and no one leads to the hallway.
What about the other one, Roger? The one you disappear into every so often?
One of the going to the hallway, and immediately to the right is the bathroom, and to the left and to the right is go across the hallway and go to the lounge room.
Oh, good old Brad strung out. He's drinking Great Maximus. That's a nice drop. That is.
Oh yeah.
Pinky's up for the Maximus. Yeah, that's later on. Roger will go and hail Satan later on and do his sacrifice in the back room. He'll come out and he'll be like the Undertaker. His eyes will be flicking around. Of the Cherinator. So you said he does truck simulators, did you say?
Yeah. He.
Yeah.
We can. You can go and check out his channel. He's often with Lee on his channel. If you send him the link, he might be interested in coming on if he's up for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. More the merrier.
Well, there's Mark. Well, you'll have to throw the link to me if you can, Mark, in the private chat, and I'll throw it on so people on my channel can see it.
Oh, righto, yeah, of course.
Because they'll only be able to see it on yours, and then we can see it in Restream. I am drinking between Pepsi Max and Iron Brew. Well, I can't really say it how you meant to say it.
Oh. Okay, Cherinator, you got to educate us, mate. What is that, please?
I know what Iron Brew. What the hell? I'm like, what the hell's going on? It's because he has like a trailer that starts playing when you go to his channel. I'm like, what's happening? Send me the link. So now after that randomness, check out in the chat this
Cody's new channel, eh?
Check out the Cherinator, give him some likes and some subs and some. I know what Iron Brew is though. It's a Scottish drink, and it's doesn't like it's not a cola. It's not like it's his own drink.
All right, subbed.
But yeah, it is very nice.
Well, Cherinator is Scottish, and he has a very heavy accent.
Yeah, that's why he would be able to say Iron Brew better than any of us, because he'll say it the authentic way.
Yep, just sub to him. There we go.
Got a few more subs for you, Cherinator. I'll send him the link, and
it's on my new channel. I'll sub
to
him on my main channel after.
He'll probably pop in. We can all have a laugh with him. I wonder if we'll get a visit from our old mate in Malaysia.
Yeah.
he has commented on a couple of my videos. When I had Twistings, he called it candy, which was quite interesting because it's a snack or a chip, really. I guess you would call it. It's not a potato chip, but it's a chip or a snack nonetheless. But
Cody.
So, what's new in the world for you, Cody? Much?
Not much. No. Oh, last night was my sister's birthday, so her, myself, and her
partner, sister.
We went out to dinner. Yeah.
Cool.
Happy birthday, Cody's sister.
Yeah. And then another 4 weeks, my dad's birthday.
Yeah, right. Time flies when you're having fun.
That's right.
Speaking of having fun, here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, who is it?
Here he is.
Hey.
What up, guys? How you doing?
Hey, Cherinator, how are you, mate?
Yourself?
Yeah, I'm actually doing
How you
all
going, mate?
right.
Oh, that's good.
Please excuse the behind me. It's at Mark, if you don't mind.
Oh.
That's no problem, mate.
So yes,
No
the
problem.
difference between the way I was usually say earn brew, right?
Oh yeah.
We say iron is an iron brew.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Also,
See what I mean, Mark? I wouldn't really have gave it justice if I said it.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, though, I don't. To be honest, I don't give anything justice when I speak.
So, Cherinator, is it
I'm hungry.
is it a whiskey or what is it exactly?
no, it's actually a soft drink, just a soft drink.
Oh, right. I thought it was some sort of alcoholic beverage or something.
No, it's a actual a national soft drink of Scotland.
soft drink.
So it's- yeah. It's like, see how you use it. What's your national soft drink over there?
Well,
Probably
we follow what
Solo.
America does, so it's probably Coke.
Right, so Coca-Cola. Right.
But Australia does have its own. Australia has it's like lemon pub squash. They have it in other countries, but traditionally, like lemon pub squash is what Solo would be, a lemon drink. You have like ginger ale for the old school ones.
Hey, ginger beer.
different
We've got
ones,
out over here.
Solo.
Yeah, see, I was born in England, so I know what Iron Brew is, and I know what UK has, and then obviously Coca-Cola is a huge company like Disney that has taken over everywhere. And that was what Pig was getting fired up in the chat about, Pepsi or Coke.
I say Pepsi.
We almost started a war there, I believe. Isn't that right, Mark?
Bundy ginger beer. I had that Bundy ginger beer for review.
That was a big thing at one stage, wasn't it? Which Pepsi or Coke?
Yeah,
still is, really.
Yeah, but new in Britain, they've taken away the sugar in so many drinks. So, like the one I've got here beside me, so this one, which is Coke Zero.
Yeah.
Coke Zero, eh?
It's
Wavy NZ or ZL. Bloody America's taken over. Pepsi Max is so Australian.
Sometimes
that's that Americanized Australian.
Wavy New Zealand.
Yeah, guys, you'll be wondering why my channel, well, my channel name's called Cherinator. As you can see, I'm sitting in a wheelchair. That's the reason why.
Okay. Yep.
And if I reverse back, Mark knows. If I reverse back.
Electric wheelchair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
And as you can see down here,
Yeah.
Right, hold on, let me move this back just a wee bit further, right, so you can see.
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah, do you see the difference? There's
Ah.
my leg, yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason I'm in a wheelchair. And plus, I've had strokes, so.
Oh.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
Sitting in.
So hence why the name.
Cherinator.
Cherinator,
Yeah.
that's
Good
awesome.
name.
Yeah,
Understandable.
we do have a few people that sometimes come on our streams that are in wheelchairs as well. We have Mick on wheels, we have Sammy as well. So we know a few people.
Mm.
Well, man, there's a guy. What's his name? Shane. What's his name? He comes into Lee's channel.
It's not someone begging for subs, is it?
No, it's just there's a guy. He's in a wheelchair, but he does honors like athletic stuff now. Yeah.
Okay, wow.
I'm trying to remember who it is.
I don't recall seeing him. You won't see that bloke tonight. You're thinking of G because Sid Scott are doing a live at the moment.
No.
Be there putting his dollar super chat or whatever in.
Mm. So, what sort of part of Scotland are you in, Stephen?
I'm from the west side, so you know where like Glasgow and that is.
Most of us, yeah.
Right, I'm on the side where the River Clyde is. I'm right on that side.
So Sound County? Near the Sound
no,
County, are you?
No, it's a town where I am. So you've got like Glasgow's a city, Edinburgh's a city, Greenock's just a town, and then you've got all the different
in between
places
the two.
Yeah, well, it goes Greenock, Glasgow, Edinburgh from west to east. So it does. So yeah.
Because my grandmother's from the Scottish as well, from the Isle of Skye, and that. That's why I was interested where you come from and that.
Well, Skye's like further up.
Yeah, further up. Yeah, that's where my grandmother was from on my dad's side.
Wow, man. Yeah,
I'm born in Australia, but yeah.
Skye is a nice place. I've been there maybe once or twice.
Yeah, it has a nice place. I haven't been there yet, but I heard it's a very nice place.
Yeah, especially when we get good weather like this. When it's nice and sunny.
Spring now.
So you actually got a sunny day there today, have you? Not a rainy one.
Yeah, I'm glad the sun is kind of high up today, because if it was low down, it would be blinding me. So it would, as you can see, this eye's kind of shutting a wee bit. So
yep,
that's how, because the sun's going through the window. So yes, I've been having. Yeah, I was like after a while because I was having issues with my software and my computer, and I was like, right, I need to start getting back into doing my trucking. And that's when I started getting back into it. But now I'm having issues again. I'm like, oh no. But hopefully Monday I'll get them. Get it sorted for Monday.
What do you think's going on?
It's just I've got to load up a game first, then load up my Streamlabs.
Oh, right.
Load up my Streamlabs first, a game takes ages to load.
Yep.
And then plus it was doing an update, and I was like, oh Christ. But we'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get
positive thinking.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep, positive thinking.
That's right.
Bridget Island. That's to me, from where I am, the Bridge Island is up round about near from right Inverness. I'm looking at it in the chat here. Somebody says their father's from Bridge Island.
So you're between Edinburgh and Glasgow, you are.
Hold on, let me show you.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me. Yes.
Well, we're just a bunch of crazy people, and some of us like to drink a little bit too much sometimes on screen and go silly. Not mentioning any names.
Not me. Not me.
No,
I'm
not you.
No.
Yeah.
Mark, you know what? You know why I'm in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
Because you've heard me saying it on Lee's channel, right?
Yep.
For the 3 years in the reason I'm in a wheelchair is because I had my leg chopped off, right, from like up here above the knee.
Oh shit!
Due to being 3 times. Due to being right 3 times, and that's why I'm in a wheelchair.
Oh.
Yeah, unlucky.
So yeah,
Very unlucky.
Yeah, especially when I died 5 times.
You're lucky, man.
Yep. Right. Give me everything and I'll show you exactly where I am, right? Right, so right, Mark, can you hear me? And I'll show you.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just
right. So
unfortunately, Sharonator, I'm the controller of this channel. Mark's just one of my minions.
Yeah, I just yeah.
I'm only joking. He knows I'm joking.
Right, so as you can see, there's Edinburgh there, right?
Yep.
So there's Edinburgh, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's Glasgow, right?
Yeah.
And this is where I am.
So how many hours would it be from Edinburgh to Glasgow?
From there to there, you're talking about maybe two hours.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that by?
To there. So sorry.
I was just going to ask: is that by road or train?
Yeah, that's by road, but by train you're talking about roughly about the same.
Yep.
2 hours.
Oh yeah.
And from there to there, it's about an hour, about half an hour by bus or an hour by bus.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, I'm on where I am. That's it. So I'll show you. This is where I stay. This area. And have you ever heard of a boat called the Capitanis?
No.
Right. Do you remember the a sugar boat that ran aground in Scotland and flipped over on its side?
Can't say I have.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Do many people go diving there?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think so. And hold on, let me show you. See, I'll show you. This is how good a view we get from here. And as you can see,
on a nice clear day, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You can see Ben Lomond in that, or so you can from when it's a right clear day and there's no clouds in the sky. So, and yeah, that's this bit here. That's what it's called. This Esplanade.
Funny how the Esplanade or Esplanade is a common thing around the world. I mean, we call them Esplanades over here as well.
Yeah, and see that there? That's actually the boat.
Oh, righto. Any Loch Ness monsters or anything in there?
No. This here is a river. This is an actual river.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay.
The only place, the
Nice.
only place that you will see Nessie is where is it? Where will you see Nessie? The only place you will see Nessie is up here.
Hey, how are you, Chriso?
Going well, thanks, Chriso.
Well, Chriso.
Up here.
Ah, righto.
Let me see, where's Loch Ness?
Not lie.
Well, where's Loch Ness? Loch Ness.
Styles, he's on the money with a certain person.
Yeah, Loch Ness.
Aha.
So you see
the infamous.
Nessie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's Loch Ness
big
as for Nessie country.
Nessie, yeah.
So
there's where you see Nessie.
Yeah, so here's where Loch Ness is, right? And there's where
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
Yes. So as you can see, I'm on the west side of Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
If you go down a little bit more, there's Lee in London.
Nope. Actually, Lee's not in London. Lee is actually down here in Southampton.
Just a long running joke that I say to annoy Lee, because I'm originally from London.
Oh, yeah.
I'm originally from London, so I just tried to pretend that I think that everyone's from London. It's just a stupid joke that I came up with.
Do you like the banter that me and Lee have at times?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you. I don't know if you've ever seen me in the chat. I'm normally funkin' hungry on Lee's stream. But yeah, I've joined in and listened to the banter.
Lee's England.
Well,
nice.
Speaking of banter, Mark holding up London, England.
Yorkshire, England.
Oh, Mark.
County of the UK, Yorkshire. Coal mines.
Shocking, Mark.
Well, actually, you probably don't know this, but I'm restoring a steamroller that was built by John Fowler and Company of Leeds in 1926. It was exported out to Australia, worked up until the 1960s, and then they put it in a park, and it sat there for 50 odd years. Changed hands a couple of times, and 6 years ago, I was lucky enough to become the new owner and in the process of restoring it. And that there is the original builder's plate that was affixed to the steamroller.
Wow.
So, bit of history there.
When it's all done, you put it back on, yeah.
Yeah, I will put it back on, but I've cleaned it up a lot. I only got it last night, our time, Friday. So yeah, bit of a buzz, that's for sure.
Nice one.
Oh, you drinking as well, Mark?
What am I drinking?
Oh, you said you have a bit of a buzz. Must have been that iron brew you had.
No.
Must have been.
No, I haven't taken any substances or anything, unless somebody laced the water with something.
Which one of you said I was high?
I like to sleep from tablets for you, Mark.
One of you guys said,
go sleep.
You high? I think it might have been you, Mark, or sorry, Dark Mode.
When was this?
Last live stream. Pretty sure you're like, are you high? Or it might have been Cody. I don't know, one of you.
I can't remember.
No, it wasn't me.
Oh, let's go back and watch the live stream and see which one of you it was.
Here we go.
You're like Inception, the live stream within a live stream.
Oh.
Oh, we could do a Spaceballs.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's this happening? Now,
See the trailers I've got. You'll probably notice that I've got in the video I've got. It's my favorite truck company that I like. But I do drive my own truck in it, which is a Scotland one with my channel trailer. And then I've got the other one with see my banner logo. I've got a trailer with that, and then I've got a trailer and a truck with the first floor audio.
Is it the Addy one or is it the Delivering?
What's that?
Delivering Sustainable.
Eddie Stobart, it's the ones that's from Carlisle.
Yeah.
That's my hobby, collecting trucks. So it is.
So it's a sort of. So that's is it a game that you go around and you?
So Euro Truck Simulator is like it's a simulator where you're driving a truck.
Well, when you say you collect them, is it kind of like obviously you unlock parts or you unlock the trucks over time?
No, that's mods. That's a mods you get in the Euro Truck.
Yeah, right.
But the one where you see me in the video, the one that's up, you see with the Scotland truck, that's a package, a DLC I bought the Scottish paint, and the trailer is a trailer that I got made up for me.
Nice.
So that's my own personal trailer.
Just a bit of context. Eddie Stoddard, one of the trucks that he has there, is a fairly big owner of a lot of trucks in the UK, in Europe there. And they transport a lot of stuff. How big are they, Steve?
Well, Eddie Stobart took over from his dad.
Yeah.
Who fought Eddie. And when Eddie Jr. passed away, his brother William took over. And then he went into partnership with his pal. And now it's Eddie Stobart's been taken over by Colonia. But it's still Eddie Stobart. It's in a partnership. So it is.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was right. Yeah, I'm with you now.
So yeah.
A 50-50 partnership.
Yeah.
But they're a big company though.
They're still a big company. You see them about the place all the time. So you do. And that's one of my hobbies is spotting the trucks.
Well, we've all got crazy, some people might think that's crazy or silly. But hey, I'm restoring a steamroller. Go figure.
And when I ask people, I put up a poll. I say, what one's your favourite trucks? The Volvo, MAN, Scania, DAF, Renault, Iveco, or Mercedes. People will say Volvo. I'm like, 100% a Scania.
Yeah.
Scania right away.
Interesting.
Because if you think on it, over in Australia, what makes the fire engines over there?
The ones that we have here where I am, most of them are Scanias.
And you can tell it a mile away, can't you?
Yeah. But we have a mixture of trucks. Like I was only at a truck stop the other day because for my work, I drive an Isuzu truck. It's a rigid body. I don't drive a semi-trailer or tractor trailer, as they call them in the UK. But we've got everything over here. We've got Ivecos, Isuzu, Mack, Volvo, DAF, you name it. We've got them all.
Got it, yeah. I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I've always drive like in Mercedes and that, and a man, but prefer my Scania.
Yeah. MAN, Mercedes. We've got them all. We've also got another Japanese brand. We got Fuso, which is Mitsubishi. We're not limited to any one. Yeah, they do, Peter. Peter, and you're absolutely right, mate. We even at my work we have a Mack Quantum. Now these things are a European truck, especially this one, and they nicknamed it at work. They nicknamed it the Quitter because there's always something going wrong with this bloody thing. It's just unreal. It's been a nightmare.
Jeez, well, mine a bit.
Anyway, the world of trucks.
Oh yes, definitely the world of trucks. And I've got short videos as if any's want to have a wee look at them that I've did.
Well, you've got a couple of extra subscribers. A few of the guys here on screen.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Stephen.
Sorry. So yeah, thanks very much, guys, and thanks for having me on.
Oh, no worries at all. You're always welcome to join anytime you want.
Oh yeah.
You can do whatever you want. You're welcome, Charinator.
We're always about plugging and promoting anyone's channel here, especially people that take the time to come on and chat to us and tell them about their interest.
And we're all desperate for subs.
Not me.
I'm going to go on Sid Squad in a bit and beg for some subs and might drop some super chats. Oh, I'm only joking.
Guys, give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back, right?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, no worries, man. I'm just taking off.
I'll grab another drink then.
Go for it, then.
We're coming up to the hour. You struggling yet, Jim?
Well, I was going to say that I didn't want to stop Stephen from talking before, but I saw that it was creeping up to that time. I was wondering if anyone noticed that I was struggling a bit there.
And you better make noises on TikTok.
In about 2 minutes, I'm going to go and speak to some Rush Off and look for some girls on TikTok, and
I'll just go up to young and do some polishing.
Ooh.
You better make sure they're very young too.
I wouldn't mind going up to the shed for some polishing. Maybe a bit of a different kind of polishing would be going on, but
polishing what? The sausage?
Yeah. Polishing my eggplant.
What the hairy
hungry one? Is it does need a bit of a weed whacker around it. Get rid of some of the long grass.
What, the cheese?
Drunken Hungry is 8 subs off 900 subscribers.
Ooh.
Mark 7 or 500.
No, I'm only 4. I'm only 4, Roger.
Only 4.
Up to him, which is Cody, G, and Mark the rapper.
And
Mark the rapper.
Also, G the Hypersapien is 826 subs now.
Wow.
Oh hell yeah! Nice.
One of my painting videos has been carrying that on its back for a while. That channel is the painting video that I'm referring to is now it has 14,772 views.
Wow!
So it's
not
creeping
bad
up
for somebody got 800 subs.
Which one was that?
It's how to paint orc skin.
Cool. What about the old frozen burger? How's that going? Is that slowed down?
They always slow down. Well, it'd only be like under 900. It's 828 views. But as we know, in like a few days, it got quite a lot, and then obviously the hype went down, and the algorithm's like, oh, less people are watching this now.
Oh, damn.
Like it kind of goes on likes and stuff as well, but that almost 15,000 painting video only has like 400 and something likes. So if you think about how many people watched it, how many people like, and then not that many people comment. But also it's a painting video, so most people are probably painting and stuff while they're watching it. You know, and like they probably aren't gonna comment. I mean, I can't blame people, because sometimes I'll watch painting videos and I won't, go and like and comment, because I might be doing my own hobby while I'm listening and / watching stuff. Most of the channels I watch are huge, huge channels.
Yeah,
definitely interesting. Go for it.
I done a video 10 months ago. It was a snooker one, and that got 567 views.
Ooh.
And
Nice.
my top one does not bad. So it does. They dig up and down, but it's good when I get views. So but it's hard for me to come up with what I want to do.
Yeah.
Because of, as I said, because of strokes, it affects the old brain matter. So
it's like Funkin' Hungry is a food-related channel, but they're obviously oversaturated with that sort of content on YouTube. So I've had to, grind to get to where I am, which really we all do in our own niches, or even if you don't have a niche. But yeah, you have to, obviously grind. But besides just building a channel, I feel like we've all kind of built a community as well. And like we were saying before to you, Stephen, is you're welcome here anytime. And we're all about, someone might be watching this that might be interested in your content. Like I'll mention Princess Catnap in a second, and you might find people that won't just sub to you, but they might really enjoy, your content.
Yeah.
Princess Catnap saying here, I drive a Kenworth T909 in Tasmania. A great truck, guys.
Nice.
So yeah, you have a bit of someone with some common interests there. I know that bloke from Mark Shed Talk. He drives a truck as well.
Yeah,
I think he's Dark Mode's evil twin or something, isn't he?
I must be.
He must be. Yeah.
They look a little bit similar, but
yeah,
I don't know. I've never seen them in the same room together.
Maybe this guy from Mark Shed Talk is my doppelganger.
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah.
Living in a haunted house.
Oh no.
Yeah, and see what was in it, guys. See how you can see in the short videos. There's a Scottish born bred, the Scotland the Brave. Watch it, the old Bill, right? The new Volvo H. Then there's the Stobart one. Trust and Change truck. Come on, you know that's about Alpha Lee's channel. Trust and Change the song. And then Love the NHS. That's 3 trucks. Well, so many trucks that I've did myself. But the Trust and Change truck is like, so like, see, like, yourself, Mark, Joanne Yoder girl, Gefeeder and all that. That's like yourselves truck. So you have designed that, and that's one thing I do when I'm in. I go, right, guys, today we're going to design a new truck for in the game, and it's going to be an audience truck. So you can make a truck whatever you want, name it whatever you want, the way it's designed, and that's what I do. Like myself, when I do the NHS one, I've made that as like an ambulance.
Yeah.
Like with all the blue lights on it. So and I've put the theme tune Casualty. It's a British programme over here. It's about the NHS and the accident emergency.
Yeah.
So,
They've had that. They do air that here, actually.
Do they?
Yeah, and I mean, my parents, both of them, well, even myself, I was born in the UK, so they still love their UK channels and they watch a lot of that sort of stuff.
Well, we get a lot of UK TV over here, you know. Call the Midwife.
No, you know the one, the Bill.
Yeah, I used to watch the Bill when I was younger. Well, it would have been in the UK, but they did air that in Australia as well. Like Mark's saying, a lot of those shows you can get here on the paid, like the Foxtel, it'd be called probably Sky where you're from. Is we get like UK channels here, and then sometimes on even normal TV or not paid TV, you know, free to air or whatever, we get some of those shows.
Exactly. We've got channels called Dave.
Yeah.
And what it is, it's like it repeats a Casualty, a Bill, Only Fools and Horses.
I love Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
Red Dwarf. Have you watched Red Dwarf?
I've got the book of Bill because I used to watch it when I was young, and see the truck when it says the old Bill. The theme tune is the actual Bill theme tune. And the truck is. And if you look at the short video of that one, you look at the truck, and on the side it will say Police Scotland.
Yeah.
So because it's a Scottish truck. So, and yeah, literally half of my trucks are Scottish.
Wonder if seeing as what is it, 12:30, something like that over there for you. Wonder if Lee's awake yet.
Yeah, he is awake because I messaged him today, but he's rather busy because of certain things that you know about.
Oh yeah, yep.
He's
Fair
busy
enough.
doing that. Because I messaged him to see how he was, or I tried to phone him, and he's like, "I'm busy, fella." So,
Roger's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. G's gone. It's only us three on screen. What are we going to do? We can run amok now. Who? Sorry, what was that?
Huh? I'm the ghost. Run amok now.
The ghost of G.
Well, you guys are like very nice and professional and very polite on your own channels. You get on here and you just run amok.
That's right.
I'm waiting for it, especially after Cody has a couple more of his mugs and Roger's gone to make his sacrifice of his and then he'll come back and start talking in tongues.
See the energy rating on his fridge.
Yeah, just the fridge just starts setting on fire. It's like in Ghostbusters. Opens it up and there's a portal, wouldn't it? To a demonic world. But yeah, I'm sure Roger will get there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new Ghostbusters movie at all, G?
I have.
You have? I haven't seen it yet.
No,
I have seen it.
No, don't spoil it. I want to see it because I want to see the last one.
Would
And
you
it was
say? Do you want me to
amazing.
give you spoilers?
No, don't.
Behave, G.
It's all right. We're not live on air or nothing.
Nah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to give everyone just one spoiler, okay? It has
Oh, here we go.
It has ghosts in it,
I never would have guessed.
and well, I'll give you one more. They have to bust the ghost.
Of Room 5.
It's
Sorry,
Slimer
everyone.
or not?
Is Slimer in it?
Yeah, Slimer.
He could be, or maybe he couldn't. Dun, dun, dun.
Drama.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was. I'm a little bit like not into huge CGI stuff. I feel like as good as they've done, they could have done without some of the CGI. But I mean, Slimer was CGI in the old school one as well. But
Yeah.
I feel like some CGI is done well, and then some is quite like almost like a video game.
Yeah.
Like, so it takes me out of the films. It's like some of the Star Wars films when it's very CGI, but it becomes almost like too cartoony for me. It sort of takes me out of the film a little bit. But overall, I really liked that it was a new story, and it didn't really drag on all the other stories and stuff that it kind of has done until now. And yeah, it was just good to have like a different story and a different direction that it went in. Yeah, and overall it was okay. It didn't like necessarily blow my mind, but I still enjoyed it for sure. And the nostalgia was slapping me in the back of the face or whatever, or because I grew up on the original Ghostbusters, and yeah, it's good to see the characters and develop over time from what they were, because obviously we have the old school Ghostbusters is a lot different now, so it just carries on that story but does it well in a way where it kind of does it justice, so you can see where it is now from where it was, and it has a few characters that come back in it from the old
the Ghostbusters that I didn't like was the one with Chris Hemsworth.
Oh, that was trash. The all-female Ghostbusters. She was the receptionist. When I went to see that, I went drive-in, but I just we sat there and just talked through a lot of it because it just got to the point. Peter's just telling everyone that he had to come back because apparently he was being teabagged.
Teabag and Scott.
Not that kind of teabag. Get your minds out of the gutter.
Well, yeah, why not, Cody?
Cody, are you eating the Easter egg still?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, crunchy Easter egg.
Don't worry, I've got one done here.
This Ghostbusters, you were saying you saw the last one, right? So they have 1, 2, now they have Afterlife, and then they have this one, Frozen Empire, or whatever it was called.
No, Frozen Empire.
What it does, it takes the new school, so Afterlife, and it takes the old Ghostbusters and kind of puts them together more so than Afterlife did. Afterlife did a little bit, but this one does it even more. Takes the new franchise or the new direction and the old Ghostbusters and puts it it kind of fills all the gaps in.
Yeah, because Afterlife they did when Egon got attacked by a ghost and he died and his spirit came back.
Yeah, so all of the new Ghostbusters, or some of the new Ghostbusters, are related to Egon, part of his bloodline or family.
Yeah, it's his daughter. I think it's his grandkids.
Grandkids and his daughter.
For a movie,
I'd like to watch it.
For a movie that you weren't going to give any spoilers for, you.
I don't believe I gave any spoilers. I don't feel like I've gave any spoilers. I'm just saying that I'm just saying that they've put the two franchises together now because it's like Jurassic Park, like they've now Jurassic World, and they had Jurassic Park, and what's it now? Jurassic whatever. But like
Jesus,
just dinosaurs, But some of them kind of go off in their own direction, and then some of them kind of bring it back to the franchise. So I don't know if you guys have seen the New Dominion or whatever it's called. Jurassic World Dominion or whatever it is, but they obviously But those films, it's like a lot of franchises. They just eventually, I don't know. I feel like Ghostbusters have done it better, but Jurassic Park is a little bit all over the place. I didn't mind Chris Pratt in the new one though.
I'm looking at any Jurassic Parks like from Jurassic Park Lost World. That's when I last watched it.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, you can't beat the original. I feel kind of the original covered it all, and you don't really need to like that. In the end, it's kind of like Star Wars. They say that George Lucas really just continued it in a way to like push out toys and merchandise. Like Spaceballs kind of covers that a bit. Like it's like Spaceballs the merchandise, Spaceballs. And that's kind of like what Star Wars done, like they made more films in a way just to make more characters to sell toys. Yeah, now Disney owns all that stuff, and it's just merchandise everywhere.
Yeah,
that's my
one thing a lot of people got out of Doctor Who, like their merchandise didn't sell like it should have when they changed.
Yeah, for some reason I've never got into that, and I feel like now I've just missed the boat, missed the opportunity because it's just such a big franchise that it would take a lot of time and investment to get into, such a well-established universe.
Yeah.
Or the Doctor Who's. Who would you say?
Yeah, I was meant to say that before. Sorry, he's not that important, so we didn't say hello.
Hello,
Becky.
Hello, Becky.
Hey, Becky.
It's only because he doesn't like HP. It's only because he doesn't like HP sauce, so I didn't feel like it was worthwhile to mention. He knows I'm only mucking around.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he gives me shit on.
You can't work a wee bit. Yeah, you can't work a wee bit to make a ketchup on that.
Yeah, welcome, Becky. Hopefully, you have your rubber dub set up to listen
and
to
your rubber duck.
A rubber ducky, you're the one.
Stolzy mentioned that because he reminded me. Good on you, Stolzy.
Yeah,
Becky Paul.
The reason how I had to turn my camera off is because I had to take meds. I had to take my medication.
Oh, that's fair enough. I took mine earlier today. Otherwise, I'd be even more crazier than I am right now.
We're all a little bit crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I hold my beer. I'll be crazy for you. That's joking. That's joking. I can't be more crazy than I am. Ask my half brother Robert 5 Life that.
Roger, I like your name.
Roger the Pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his
also,
channel name.
I do reviews with my brother Robert 5 Life. Sometimes.
You never mentioned that before, Roger.
Yeah, first I've heard of it.
I was listening. My brain switched off tonight. My brain's...
Didn't
I'm
you
here,
know
but
you did reviews?
My brain's left off.
No, see if you go into Lee's channel, right, and watch that, you'll probably see how mine says Cherinator, right? Well, usually one has it say the Savvy Cherinator. Because
I already subbed about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, because Gene Mark
Good
know
shit,
about
mate.
being savvy. You know what I'm talking about, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee puts up a fine tune. It's him as what's the Johnny Depp's the pilot, and see the young guy sitting on the boat staring at him, and he says, "You can't drink the water, but you can't bring the ship into Totty. You savvy?"
Yeah.
So it's my face. It's on the guy staring back at him.
I understand what you're saying. Yes.
So it is.
Getting important stuff. Yeah.
Roger understands because he's a pirate. He's a real pirate.
The Pirate King.
Well, I'm
Funny
always
about that. My father was in the Royal Australian Navy.
Hold on, I'm going to do some. Going to give a wee bit of a giggle. Where is it? Pictures. No. Give me a second, guys.
What are we talking about tonight?
The various things.
What was we going to talk about? I just said to you guys, do you want to share your stories? And here we are.
Yeah. Any interesting stories, Peter?
Roger was telling us about how the neighbour's pussycat came over.
No, that's early today.
Hey there, Prince.
Hey.
Are you
a princess now?
Some sort of relation or in a relationship with the princess of the cat? Oh, it's catnip, sorry. Not catnap.
Catnip. Nap.
So talking about all these pussycats, it's gone to my mind. Catnip, naps. The neighbour's cat with sauce over its.
Not because my fans looked at me and ran off. After it looked at me for about 2 seconds.
Well, welcome there, Prince. If I knew royalty was going to be here, I would have, dressed up a little bit.
Yeah.
But welcome nonetheless. Well, we have the Charinator cruising around with the truck in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Cody, the Aussie Brony eating his Easter egg. It's all happening.
I'm up in space.
Yep, he's in space. Edgy, as you can see the trailer that's behind my head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an I Am Brew trailer. I've got as well. And as you can see with my Scottish truck.
It's a trailer.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so that's
nice.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
What
are you doing? There you go for market. You should be able to get it from certain places in the canned cold drink section. But I believe that the one here would taste a little different than the proper Scottish one.
I feel as though I don't really fit in this group.
Oh, well, that's good to know there, Mr. Prince Catnip, your royalty, your majesty, whatever you want us to call you.
Yeah. Principality.
Hello there,
Yogurt.
Prince.
Yogurt. I hate yogurt.
Oh, what?
That's what she said.
Yogurt.
Yeah.
Yo, guys, we know who
What does he say? Especially with raspberry? Is that what he says? Good old
No. That's no. When he jammed the radar, they tasted the jam on the radar.
Oh, but also he says, yogurt. I hate yogurt. He says it when he's talking about the Yoda equivalent.
Yeah.
He's like, I hate yogurt, especially with raspberries, I think he says.
I'll have to go back and check that out. I didn't think he said that.
We'll have to get Rick on here one day, and I know that he's a huge fan of us. So he had a birthday the other day, didn't he? Shout out to Rick Moranis.
Oh.
He was in some of my favourite films growing up. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He was one of the best in Ghostbusters as well. He was I love it when he gets locked out of his own apartment. Call me
Yeah.
princess
See this
if you
picture
like.
here? You can't see the head though, right? See this picture?
Yes.
Yep.
I do.
That's me. That's actually me.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's actually me.
Is that like your real form? Your final form?
Yeah, I was in the army,
How long
Oh.
for?
Oh, okay.
so
Oh,
it was.
How long
Yeah, as you can see, my head's been chopped off. So yeah, that's me.
UK's Royal Army, eh?
Yep.
Nice.
Me for me, it's really hard to meet guys in Tasmania. Yeah, well, we did know a few. We did know a couple of Tasmanians for a little bit, and yeah. If that's the pick of the bunch that you get, then we understand. We understand why.
Don't know anyone from
What
Tasmania.
rank did you get, Terminator?
Looking very snazzy there.
Nice, yeah. Very sharp.
Yeah, but if I hold on, if I push I've got to push myself up so you can see down here, right? You ready? No, hold on, yeah. I hold on, it's the wrong way. Oh, you can't see it.
You have to do what Mark does. You have to.
It serves the country as a distinction, at least.
Yeah,
my camera's too good now.
The UK's Royal Army.
Hold on, let me. No, gee, this is what I'm going to see if I want to move my head. See how you can move your head that way. I look up. I can't.
Oh, speaking of ghosts, I think there's a ghost at Mark's house.
It's over there.
On his ship.
I'll go there, and I'll let you see a picture.
Gonna turn gay.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to turn.
yeah. Do you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that was me. That was me doing a thing for the local paper.
Okay, yeah.
For like knife crime and all that. Oh, there's a ghost hopping in.
Mark's ship is haunted.
Mark's just playing around with his bloody hologram again on his ship.
Yeah, I'm doing silly things.
Let me put this one in the back there.
Oh.
So yeah,
that's when he's like, it's Spaceballs when he's like, no, I'll just walk. President Screw.
Yeah, that's what I was for. I was doing a news article for like big tabloid papers and that, and about my story of what happened to me, and wherever I go now, is people go like, "Oh, you're the guy who was on the telly." I'm like, aye. Because I actually was on a documentary program about it was called Britain's Crime Capitals, and it was about like people being knifed in like Scotland.
Ooh.
Yeah, hence why I got knifed 3 times, died 5 times, had 8 major operations, MRSA, you know what that is, and then because of the MRSA, I ended up having to lost my leg from above the knee. And died 5 times.
Far out.
So, news no. So, because people think, well, he's a guy in the wheelchair, and it's good. It is good to tell what. Just to break the ice, and people go, wow. They don't know what to say. Because G will know when we say it, and Mark will know when I'm on Lee's channel, when I'm talking about things and like people say something, it's the way I'll reply back to it.
Yeah.
It's like for for the song, like the song.
Be a little bit of a trip from Tasmania to maybe just what?
Yeah, I mean,
Went to Scotland.
Couple of hours drive, do you reckon? Or
Yeah, well, it takes about 13 hours by aircraft, so let's catch that from there.
Our version of Google Assist, aka Roger the Pirate.
Yeah.
Well, it takes 17 hours from Sydney to London. That's including the stopover. So it takes a little bit of a trip from Tasmania all the way to Scotland.
So I told you, Mark, everyone in the UK is from London.
Yeah, even
some friends of mine are coming back from the UK right now. They've been over there for 3 weeks, so they land here tomorrow morning, I think, or tomorrow afternoon. They went from.
It takes a little bit more than 13 hours, Roger, because.
Is it 17 hours?
I believe it took when I came here about 24 hours.
I'll tell you how long it takes, right? You ready? Alexa, how long does it take from Australia to the UK?
I don't know how long it would take to get there, but from Australia, the United Kingdom is about 16,983.4 kilometres away as the crow flies.
What? She was stupid, she didn't know, but she says it's about nearly 17,000 miles from Australia to UK. Let me do a little.
I think
Sydney, it says 22 hours. Perth is 17. Brisbane's 24. Yeah. So I'm guessing Perth must be like Western Australia, must be closer because
it'd have to be.
I heard about that. Yeah.
Damn.
Melbourne 22, Adelaide 22. Also, though, we had to stop to refuel at is it Singapore?
Usually Singapore,
refuel and then come.
Well, my
stretch the legs a little bit as well.
Yeah, my friends say they're doing a stopover in Canada and then they're coming into Australia. That's the way they went over there as well.
I've never been anywhere abroad in my life at all. So haven't I?
Well, back in the summer of '94, I was in the UK and America.
Wow,
at the same time.
Not quite the same time.
I wasn't even born then.
Well, was that Mark Shed Talk and Dark Mode? You just split apart and went to both places.
No,
that's US.
That's way before I even got on YouTube.
A couple of weeks.
So how do you find like a difference? Hold on, I'm trying to get what I'm about to say. I see what I'm saying in my head. How do you find? So see when you use. How many hours ahead are you from UK time?
So it's 10:10 at night time, Saturday night for me.
Right, so
me too.
It's 11 minutes past 1 in the afternoon for me here.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
So that's Roger?
9 hours. And 8.5 behind G.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I almost took Roger's job for a second.
How dare you, G?
So crazy the stream's getting.
Hey Roger, is it? Well, G a few posts. Is it 420 day today? Is it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I don't have no cannabinoids and cannabidoos.
Nah.
Well, if it's 420, Elon Musk would be talking about it, wouldn't he?
Oh, he didn't have a clue how to smoke a bloody joint when he had one. He was surprised he smoked from the right end. Surprised it didn't go from the lid end and start trying to inhale it. That's probably why Mrs. Austin and Ryan, we haven't heard from them for a bit. They might be celebrating a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Probably like Disneyland for them or Christmas, but especially with all the stuff they have all the edibles, and she was showing us last week that they have drinks with THC in it. So, yeah.
Here she is. She heard you.
Oh. Woke up in an early night. Yeah, she told you she was setting up the day just for 420. Well, happy 420 to Ryan and Mrs. Austin.
Yeah.
We just rant already. So yeah, apparently I got high on the wrong day, Mark. Last week people were saying I was high, but
Yeah.
maybe I should have waited until tonight. I'm not thinking, I don't do that sort of stuff.
Nope. I just drink.
I just drink tea like a muppet.
I probably should have a cup of tea after I've had that chocolate and got that yucky taste in my mouth. And I like chocolate, but I think this one's got extra sugar in it. It's a bit hard to handle.
What chocolate did you have?
It's a Easter chocolate. It's a Toblerone thing.
Ooh, nice.
Little, yeah, but they got little bits of sugar in them, and I mean, it's all right, but it's just, yeah, I don't know.
It coats the mouth, and you need to cleanse the palate.
It's
being funkin' hungry, sometimes I need to cleanse the palate so I can do a double take and, give my opinion again. I'm sure no one wants my opinion the first time, but I'm going to give it the second time after I cleanse the palate. Just so I can repeat myself and say, yes, it does taste like this.
That's working very well, Mrs. Austin.
We have a bit of a sneak peek, though. I did these before.
Oh, yeah.
Did a couple of bags of Smith chips. Did a few reviews before I came on. So I came all over the camera.
Dirty boy.
Did you give the old Funkin' Hungry sniff?
I had to give them a bit of a sniff whiff. I had to put my Elmo nose in there and give it a bit of a sniff. Ryan says,
because he didn't have me.
I
love this funky.
420.
Cody and Roger. Oh.
If you didn't see it there, Charinator, Mrs. Austin and Ryan say, hey there, Charinator.
Oh, yeah.
Just rant already.
Just rant.
You've probably seen her on Lee's stream as well.
Lee from London.
Yeah.
Lee the Londoner.
The king of Ruth.
Good times.
Speaking of tea, I might go and grab one because that's how rowdy I get on a Saturday night. I sip a tea like Kermit. I'm going to do a Cody the Aussie Alistair Fambroni here. Sipping tea like Kermit.
Whoa! Jesus,
I even found my little mini Kermit.
Oh, hell yeah!
As well, but I used to have like a proper Kermit, like the adult one. This is the only one that I still have lurking around, the baby Kermit. I reckon I need to buy like a Kermit the puppet, put it on my hand, and play with his genitals, on the screen,
Get all sexual.
Oh, where else are you going to put your hand up a muppet?
You're like a politician. Oh, you know what?
Who remembers Gordon the Gopher?
Gopher.
I can't say I do. Sorry about that.
As you were saying, Mark.
It was a blank.
As you were saying, it was a puppet. You put it around your neck and it had a wee squeaker, but you'd move your the out there.
Oh no!
I had one of them.
Here we go.
I had they were called
Yeah, know that. Yeah.
Boglins. I think they were Boglins. It was like a little. I remember as a kid, I loved it. It had a little squeaker and it was like this food-like looking thing. Oh no, Peter!
Heard this before.
Right,
I was going to say, it won't surprise me.
That's made G. That's made G disappear.
Mark. Yeah. I remember. I'm always listening.
So we can't say bad things about him while he's away, okay?
Oh, damn.
You normally say bad shit when I'm here anyway, so go ahead.
At least I say it to you.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, some bloke from X
That's
has come
not.
over.
Who's this Mark bloke?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Thanks very much.
Doing the world's strongest man.
No.
As you can tell, my accent is from bonny old Scotland.
Leylands.
And if you want to hear more, of this Scottish accent, if Mark would put a link back up again.
Yeah, I'll
West
do
Leylands.
it. G will have to do it. But no, I could put it in the chat.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
easy.
The Western Leylands.
Here we go. We'll do it. We'll do it this way.
Yeah, West Leylands, eh?
There we go.
Yep.
Gee, that's
Oh,
anything that comes over from Twitter is super fast. It's incredible.
Wow.
Hello,
Yes.
I should say hello, Miss Austin and Ryan. Sorry, I'm here. I
Mrs.
do
Austin
see you.
and you did serve your country with distinction, Chair NATO, if you served in the UK Royal Army and that.
yep, that's true. That's true. Yeah, there will be day guys that I'll be on, but then there'll be days that I'll take a break. It's just because, as I says, because you see when that happens, I get like pure brain farts, as I says, because of strokes. So it is affecting my head at times.
You know what you mean?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you don't think straight in that, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got multiple like health issues, so
I understand what you mean, yeah.
From when I got attacked and when I had strokes, my blood pressure. So yeah, the fun and joys.
There's only a few health issues there.
Yeah,
A few health issues there.
and plus going a little bit bold.
Hey, join the club. I'm with Bob myself.
You think that is bad?
I'm nearly balls a badger myself.
Roger, see that here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I've got a ponytail. I've literally got a ponytail in my hair. I've literally got a ponytail.
You're like me. Nearly balls a badger there, mate.
Yeah, no,
I'm bald as well, but I can't show it on camera.
Oh, fucking hell, G.
Balls beautiful, G. Haven't you heard that?
They're smooth as eggs.
That's TMI.
I know, right?
Too much information.
On his own stream, too.
Hey guys, as you probably noticed, right? You can see that's moves, but that stays still. because I am just, I am done in. So yeah, the fun enjoys it. So you get in. If anybody ever wants to ask questions, don't be scared to ask me. What's it like being disabled, or how did I find adjust it? Don't be scared, just ask me. Don't, as Lee will say, don't see a disability, see the person. And don't be scared to ask questions. If you think it's gonna hinder me, just ask. And I'll give you a straight answer. Because that's always my philosophy. Is I may be disabled, but indeed I'm still a person. So am I.
If you ever need a job, Mrs. Austin, let me know.
Oh,
Could do with an extra pair of hands.
oh.
It's hard to do by yourself, Cody.
How could you answer that one? Being Scottish is not being disabled. How could the news answer that?
Well, I don't know. I think
he's having a giraffe with you, mate.
Yeah, I think Pete's got a bit of a weird sense of humour.
All right. Oh, don't worry, guys. I'm not greeting. It's just that my eyes are getting irritated because they're light.
Well, the thing is, we're not all in the same city. We're like I'm. What do you want, Siri? I'm on the east coast of Australia. I'm in Brisbane.
You're at 18 Shirley Street, Caboolture, State of Queensland.
Excuse me, Siri.
Oh, way to dox him.
Right. So,
Cody's in the Northern Territory, which is right up the top of Australia. G's down in Adelaide, so he's in South Australia. And Roger is in New South Wales in Cootamundra.
Well, so Cody, you're doing with the crocodiles and all that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not near any water.
West of Canberra.
Oh, Canberra. Oh, you're near like the city and all that.
I'm outback New South Wales.
Wow.
Rural New South Wales. My nearest couple city is Canberra, which is ACT. I'm about 2 hours west of that.
Jeez, oh man. Fizz, man.
4 hours southwest of Sydney.
Wow.
That's where I am.
See if I was able
If
I was able to do stuff like that, travel and that, because of the channel, it's a bit hard. That's somewhere I would love to go is Australia. So no, let's. Is it Mario?
Yeah.
The answer to that question, Mario, right, is I've got one foot, but it doesn't work either. So it just sits there, then bugger all.
You can continue to answer the question, but yeah, Mario is a bit of a troll, so don't pay attention to. Trying to troll.
Condello, or whatever his name is.
Condello.
Yeah. Name is.
He's one
Spanish.
It's one of those ones.
Yeah, he's one of those that comes on a Saturday night. trying to disrespect other people who are just having a good time. But yeah, feel free to continue what you were saying. We're all interested to
Aye.
listen.
We're interested in you and Stephen.
Having one full leg, it doesn't work. In having a half a leg, it just sits there, didn't bugger all. It's quite hard. It's literally later on tonight. I've got people coming in help me to get in the bed and that. Up and out of bed.
Yeah.
I'm stuck. This chair, I'm stuck in 24/7. Except for when I get put in my bed. I got this eating when I'm out somewhere. I have something to eat when I'm sitting in a chair. Like yourselves, you can go up and walk about. I've got to press a button, wait for it to turn on, and reverse and move about.
Yeah.
So I'm constant sitting. But end of the day, I've been like that for this. No, last December coming, it'll be 19 years.
So do you get used to it, or is it something that you like still are not used to?
What? So, in the way you're talking is, am I used to being
Just the
disabled?
way of life you have, yeah. Are you used to it, or you?
Truthfully, I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Because I went out one night, minding business, and like that, in a blink of an eye, it was gone.
Yeah.
Because of somebody with a
when
knife.
So what do you do to sort of because I've shared on the channel, like I haven't worked for a while and stuff like that because I've got mental health issues, depression, anxiety, and is what I'm diagnosed with. But I've been quite open on my channel, but also obviously with people when you meet them and they ask, like why and all that stuff. Basically, I was going to say, what do you do to keep yourself busy when you're, not feeling the best mentally?
When I'm like that, I sit and watch YouTube, sit and watch Netflix. I've got my certain YouTube channels that I watch, like Life of Tom, Trucker Tim.
Does it tend to be like? Does it tend to be sort of comedy type stuff, or?
Yeah, well, on Netflix, I watch like Still Game.
Yeah.
That's a Scottish comedy. If you've never seen it,
Okay.
if you look up, if you've got Netflix, look up Still Game. It's two old characters, Jack and Victor, which is set over Scotland, and trust me, your sides will be splitting with laughter. It's that funny.
Yeah.
Especially a bit where Winston wins all the money. It goes like, oh, you should have seen Stevie's face. It was a belter. And Jack and Victor goes like, I would have loved to seen it. I bet it was like getting a boot in the nuts. Right in Davina call, boom. Right in the Costa del Sol, boom. And then Winston goes like that. Right in the Niagara Falls, boom, his fake leg. Fake leg comes off, goes out the window, drops down, and all the money is floating about. When I seen it first, saw it, and I was able to move about, I was wetting myself with laughter.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, my dad's like me. What are you laughing at? I was like, that. He's like, I was like, can you imagine me doing that with my leg hopping, going, bugger. And then I said to my dad one day, I was like, imagine me doing that with a titanium alloy leg. Somebody's walking by, donk. I'm like, oh. But that's what I'm saying, is you've got to laugh. You just got to laugh at. So
Yeah, like I feel like that is even when I was younger though, I've always enjoyed to try to make people laugh. Like I don't know, obviously you kind of I don't know, I feel like a kind of a satisfaction from people either laughing or even smiling because you kind of know that you put them in a good place mentally.
Aye.
And you know, and I didn't even really know why when it was a kid, but I used to, you know, just act a prat, act like a twat or whatever, and just I used to like, you know, either doing like body language, physical sort of comedy that might make someone laugh, or even as I've
Yeah.
well, speaking of making people laugh, but yeah, and then as I've got older, like learning how to do it like verbally, but also now I have my own like mental health issues and stuff. I definitely use sometimes when I'm feeling like shit, I will use comedy, even if I'm paying at myself, like you know, dissing myself or taking the piss out of myself. It's kind of like a coping mechanism a little bit.
Well, with me, I've not got a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
That's what Mick on Wheels says.
Certainly. But the thing is, also, I feel stumped as well.
So obviously you like taking, you know, like what you're going through and that, like making jokes about it, and just obviously really mine's not really a physical issue, it's like, you know, like a more of a mental and invisible disability, if you want to call it that.
Well, yeah, it's a mental health disability. That's what it comes under as, right?
Yeah, that's I guess the technical term is psychosocial, is what it's under.
Yeah, with me, I've got a physical disability. I've also got learning disability, and I've got the mental health side as well. I've got I suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, no doubt you would from like what you've explained to us. You just get a bit of double tea bag action here.
I've got a
dirty boys.
Oh yeah, we
sure a good show.
We love to teabag. Hey, I think I've
not like that.
It's quite funny at times, as I was saying to T, is that when I do stuff like that, like you've not got like a storm on, you'll be hopping mad, right? Or you could be stumped, right? Mark, you can, as soon as I say that, I'm trying to hold the laughter in because I laugh at it as well. But if somebody said it to me, oh, you're hopping mad, ain't you? Straight face.
Jeez.
I swear Peter's in love with me.
He must be.
No.
We
all love someone.
Do you know what?
We all love someone.
Who do you love, Roger?
You can keep your tea. I prefer my Pepsi Max.
Hell yes.
That's why you're down there with Cody, and then me and Mark, we have this guy between us.
Roger's stuck in the middle
with the tea baggers, and then we got Roger in the middle,
stuck in the middle.
Everyone. Well, he is the pirate.
The song stuck in the middle.
The old pirate needs his liquor. Roger told us once that drinking is his superpower. The more drunk he gets, the sober he gets. What was that quote that he said? Cody? He said. Remember that one? That quote that Roger said that time?
It was pretty pissed when I said it.
I've got a picture of it.
Roger on the spit.
It was on his birthday. Have a quick look.
Yeah. It said something silly on my birthday, I know that.
Oh, that was funny.
It's just a few.
What is it?
Few awkward
Oh,
things.
yeah. I'm sober when I'm drunk or sober.
That's joking around. I sit there.
Yeah, there's. Oh, but see what, guys? See, one day I went to the cinema, right? I got kicked out. Do you know why?
Why?
I bummed my way in. I bummed it in, so I didn't need to pay. Mark's dying to laugh. You can tell Mark's dying to laugh. See, that's what I'm saying. When people, when I break ice, it's like the icebreakers with me, and people go, What did you say? I'm a normal guy.
So how come Mario, just butting in here, Steve, how come Mario only just makes one comment?
Well, because you know what Mario has to do. He has to go save the princess. He has to go save the Mushroom Kingdom. He has to go take on Donkey Kong. I'm sure he has to give Luigi, his brother Luigi seems quite needy, so you know.
Yeah.
You know,
what about that other one?
Mario Luigi. The last name is Mario. So
Mario,
it's Luigi, Mario.
You're correct there, Roger.
Yeah.
Well,
Mario is his last name. That's why they call themselves the Mario Brothers.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Mario and Luigi Mario.
It is.
Learn something new every day.
Yeah, Mario.
What about that other bloke that would come in and spurt out that crazy stuff?
Jai Hamilton.
That's it?
Yeah,
that twat.
I don't know if that's like a bot or they just like do predictive text because it never makes sense.
Bunch of nonsense.
Maybe AI to help us, G. You like AI? You love AI, don't you?
Oh yeah. Make love to it every night. Unfortunately, it doesn't get explicit, but I just have to work with it. I try and be explicit, and it's like, sorry, I can't do that. It's like,
bugger you then.
Hey, well, there you go. That's probably why Dogface is not in the chat tonight, because last time he came in, Nightbot got a bit angry with him.
What your boy Simon?
Yeah, Dogface. Yeah, he was on my live this afternoon.
Yeah,
he does come in this chat.
Dogface has even been a Funkin' Hungry member a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think he got sick of my member, if you know what I'm saying.
Here we go.
But yeah, Dogface shows his dog. Well, he doesn't actually show his dog face, but
Simon's a good bloke. He's a good bloke.
I think when I had a couple of drinks, what did I call him? Like, it wasn't Dogface, it was something else.
Or did you call me Kiwi?
Can't remember. But normally, sometimes I'm either just saying random stuff that comes in my head, or sometimes I'll make a mistake but make a joke out of it.
It gets called the Kiwi of Steve Stockton.
Well, with Simon, we was going to do the episode on Cheesepiracy, and he didn't even rock up for that one, even though he was the inventor of it. He was the originator.
Yeah, Simon's a good bloke.
He's probably enjoying his 420. Probably passed out.
Cody, with so many subscribers to your channel, do you ever get problems?
No, not really. No.
Does anyone sort of stalk, like not stalk you, but just is there anyone that is a fan but overdoes it?
No, not really. I haven't come across anyone like that.
No. You're lucky then, Cody. Yeah, I can have a go.
Pretty sure it's only
No
fun
problem.
to have that lovely treatment. I mean, when I first started doing live streams, I had trolls coming in quite a lot, and just
here we go.
whatever.
Mrs. Austin, cool.
I had to go get my own tea. I had to go make my own tea.
Here we go. Come on.
Like this.
Let's
here we go.
Get the camera in down there.
I want to see this flashing.
Oh, look at that cup. Look at the cup.
Holy shit.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's a monster. That's what she said.
I don't like to go back for a second. I like it to just already be here.
Well, I know that my good friend Lee, he had tons of stalkers in his, and there was one guy he kept on stalking him all the time. Different, you
got your mirror on.
Oh,
and they kept on coming in, and they kept on blocking him. And it was like myself and Kafita.
Looks like the alien it's on the operating table.
Does he still get it from time to time?
I will get them now and again, but they don't hang about because it's like myself, Dogface, D-Rock, Stockton's.
He sold it caramel.
Wow.
Kafita, he's got a lot of moderators, so we're on it. Like we're watching the chat. Well, I'm watching the chat mainly at times when I'm in.
Yep.
As I say, because of health, I'm hardly in. But when I'm in, I'm watching the chat. I'm monitoring it. And if somebody starts any of the nonsense, I say to one of your other season in a private chat, keep an eye on this one. It's like I'm Lee's police, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But Lee's
yeah. And then when mine, they do same for me. If anybody comes in and starts the like the way Mario was starting. So yeah, like that comment there, that's a bit. No, you know what I mean? If comment there says that everyone in the panel is special needs. That is just no.
Yeah, but
that's all right. It's probably just some random, narcissist that is like, have an inflated ego that they can come and like
some bloody plonker
to make them,
yeah. So she stuff like
some drop kick.
But we
all their own ego. But we've done our job. He probably feels better about himself. He's like, oh yeah, I showed them, and probably got a little bit hard down there. He had a bit of movement.
Probably giving it to himself right now.
A while, and that's it. Probably going and
like a politician, you reckon?
Well, we jump onto them and make fun of it. We turn it into a positive and we screw with them. So they can fire away as much as they like. But yeah, Miss Austin, I must say that that picture, the what you're doing now, that you'd look really great. It's really crystal clear. It's fantastic.
It's my new phone, and it's on the It's on the one that follows me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have to do anything. It's on the.
Oh, nice.
It only fits for my phone though. That's the only thing that I don't like. Like right now, you guys are also side by side. See if I can get it to turn in a side by side with the iPad that's right here. It's got you guys on that as well, so I can read the chat because I can't see anything when it's like a backstage camera no matter what when it's mobile set up for the phone. I can. Before we start, click on and request a desktop site setup.
Yes. So
that it's but it would be so tiny I wouldn't be able to see anybody. So, but I had to go get the big giant cup because I had to. He said tea bag.
Oh, geez, look at the size of that one.
I had to double it up.
Like a little bagger.
That's a massive bag.
No, that's a double
Like an
bagger.
That's a double bagger, all right.
You was talking about how you used to have to, attend to old man's genitals earlier, and now you've got to.
Oh,
like
fucking
you've
hell.
sunk him in your
That's
teeth.
why I did it. That's why I did it.
Surrender.
I was like, I can't come up there with a little cup. I gotta come up there with two. I did though. I did. That was one of the
droopy.
things that was.
Ooh.
That was one of the things that I got.
That's what happens when you
extra
get old.
credit
They get droopy.
I-
What would you know,
I-
Cody?
Rope.
What
I
would you
worked
know,
at a-
Cody?
I just do.
No, Roger's turning you off,
Oh,
Cody.
just do. I know.
So how lit
That's
are you
all.
now, Roger? How you feeling now,
fucking
Just
Roger?
lit.
saying too many things. Like
And I'm
this.
not gonna lie, I do put cream in my tea. I can't not put cream in my tea. Like I don't add sugar because of but I have to put some kind of cream. I can't just drink tea by itself. It's just I'm so used to coffee and adding creamer and things like that to the coffee. So I'm like, I have to add some kind of cream to this. So it's my guilty pleasure because I'm
Two
not
is
supposed
better
to
than
have it.
one.
I'm not supposed to have it at all. So.
Hey, G, going to share a picture with you. You ready? No, this is one of the. So see this one here behind me. That's one of mine, right? But this is the special one. And it's coming on the screen. And there you are, guys. That is my special
nice.
truck.
Oh, hell yeah. That's sweet.
As you can see.
Hell yeah.
It's got
And then on the back,
like, sub,
yeah,
Okay,
share.
cool.
It's got your logo.
And on the back, it's got the subscribe button on the back doors. This was one of the trailers that was made for me.
Well, that'd make a good thumbnail on some of your videos.
Yeah, but I'm gonna save this picture, and so when I'm doing thumbnails, that's one of my pictures. So
It's smart as well because it's like publicity promo as well. Like for people that might just join for a little bit or whatever. Like it kind of puts it in their head for them.
yeah.
Like it.
So yeah, that's one of my truck. That's my main truck that I drive around with. So and then let me see. Hold on, where is that view? Where is that? Where is that? Screenshot.
Just really quickly, I got a ad request on Facebook. I'm just a very playful girl with blonde hair. Check here. Oh, I'm gonna have to get rid of this quickly.
Oh.
That's some really lovely looking blonde hair.
Yeah.
I know, right? Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm.
So does this
Unless I'm
person wanna-
colorblind.
Yeah. Does this person
I
want to
get
advertise on your channel, or what's the
last couple of days? I get like
Who,
fake,
this
a lot
person.
of fake women last couple of days yourself on Facebook, like face requests and that. Facebook,
I just think that some of
requests
those
are fake.
accounts I swear they get smarter and smarter. I've
Yeah.
got blonde hair, and then it's
I'll
got a
try
picture
to.
of a person without blonde hair.
Yeah.
That's very intelligent.
Yeah, that's
Anyway.
so as you can.
One's
No,
making
you're
numbers,
not.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say it, G. A few people would actually go search to find if the carpets match the drapes with a comment like that. That's what they're trying to get you with. Is that somewhere there's blonde hair, you find it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably our arsehole.
They do spend quite a bit of money on the bleaching there, so I could imagine how much would be blonde.
So yeah, that's my favorite truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's
Give me a second, folks. I'll be right back. I wonder who that is at my door.
Nope. He's
Maybe
going
the
away.
old
And
Bill
he's
went
out.
round.
He's going away like Davros.
Yeah, maybe the old Bill's knocking on, telling them to keep it
Yeah,
down.
you never know.
Oh,
no.
bloody Bill.
You're nicked.
Which Bill are we talking about?
The old Bill. You know?
The old Bill.
Yeah, The old
Yeah,
Bill.
him.
The one that got cranky with you.
No, the
Oh.
Bill was he was. Stephen was talking about the show, The Bill. You know, the cop show, the police show, The Bill.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the old Bill was there. But I do understand that we did have an individual that came and started about how much he hated me for a bit. But
Yeah.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
That'll be what we're. I'm gonna add it to it right now because caramel and coconut. Come on, right? Some crazy flavors.
Yeah, it was somebody had a delivery coming and they buzzed my buzzer to get in.
No worries. Peter's off again. Sexy knickers. If no one sees it, it's a waste of money. Well, if you want to come up and show them off, Peter, then I guess, you know, if you want to show off your new knickers, maybe we'll save that for the Up Late with G after party.
Yeah. Peter and Roger will get their shirts off, or maybe more.
Oh, no. Mrs. Austin will leave.
My shirt stays on.
Thank
Give me a
fuck for that.
second, guys. Just try to hit.
Not always, Roger.
And more waters.
I guess he respects Mrs. Austin enough.
Yeah.
Not show his
Good man.
Not show his man nipples. Well, if anyone wants to see it anyway, like it's in the catalogue. It's in the catalogue.
Yeah.
It's there. You just have to go back through some live streams to find it.
And I was like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, there was that
Because the
time
truth
that
of the matter is I'm not allowed to see. I'm not allowed to see, see it. So if I don't see it, then I'm allowed to stay, right? Like that was the joke. And Ryan was like, "No," and I went, "Okay, I get it." Like, I don't know. I'm not typical though. I don't care.
It's not like looking into the sun.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not like I would care. Like for the longest time, my husband's social media photo was him with half naked girls in bikinis. I was like,
I'm sure
I don't care.
I'm sure you've seen them. When you've seen the one nipple, you've seen them all. Really.
No, because apparently there's a
Welcome
song.
back, Becky.
There's a song going around about grape size,
Buffalo Bill.
and I'm going, no, I've never seen one this big. Sorry, not gonna lie. Never seen one that big.
What I mean?
Well, apparently everyone's bringing up all this American 1940s, 1950s music, and they're realizing the kind of music that people made and the lyrics that were then to them.
So Americans
You haven't heard the new craze all over the United States of the song from the 50s called "I Glued My Balls to My Butthole Again"? You haven't heard it?
No.
Oh God! Oh God! It was trending.
That's something that would very much happen in America.
It was trending on YouTube. It was trending on YouTube.
We normally glue our fingers together with super glue, not our assholes and testicles or whatever. Yeah,
it's exactly. It says, and then everyone's like, again. What do you mean again? Like, where's the first version of the song where it's I glued my balls to my butthole? Like, why is it I glued them again? Like, why again?
That was just a practice round.
Right? It's called Obscure Records. It's an actual record company, and they would basically let you go into their studio for a certain amount of money and record any song. And they would keep a copy of it for you
as well.
Yeah. Some of them, and one of them is about a woman singing about her nipples being as large as a grape, and I'm like, okay, that's about the size of my finger.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, I've never seen that, not once.
Nipples like AKA bullets. Right.
And like Minnie would say, I've done my research with the corn sites. I've done research, I've seen, but never that. Never, not once. Never know. Never can admit to ever seeing.
You can swear in the chat, Becky.
You saved me saying it, Becky. I was going to say that to you, but then I felt bad. I think Cody would have got upset about it.
don't get in the bathtub tonight, Becky. Please, if you're that messed up, don't get in the bathtub.
He's probably already in there.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I
With these rubber duck.
think he's
He
coming
might
out.
need us. He
I
might need
don't
us to
know
call,
what it is.
the ambulance.
I don't know what it is.
Two.
It is a joy to medicate and then take a shower or take a nice bath. Like, go for a swim. I don't know why. I think it relaxes the muscles and the joints, and it makes it more enjoyable. Because these days I
Depends
can't
how
swim.
fucked up you are.
Yeah, well,
There's a few stories
I'm
that I can tell you
going
for Up Late with G, the after party. I could tell you a story or two.
Oh, here we go.
my cup's so big that it thinks it's a face. You see it following the cup. It's following the cup because it thinks it's a face. That's bad.
Well, Spalsey's getting a little bit frisky here.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh wow! I would not have thought to put.
Don't mind me. I think it's at that point where I'm like,
I don't think I
Are
see
you-
all of the chat.
are you high? No, I'm not high. I'm just acting like a juvenile.
Like a plunker.
I feel short. I feel like I should be right here. I'm gonna lower down the thing real quick. Hold on. I'm having to sit up too much.
Hmm.
So apparently Peter ruined his glasses with super glue. Does that count?
I think it does.
It's talking about butts again.
And pussies.
Oh,
That was Roger with his neighbour earlier.
much
Hey,
better.
Droops, I am going to burst right and go and get something to eat and that. And I will, Mark, I will probably see you tonight. And G, I'll probably see you tonight over on Lee's.
All right,
No
take care,
worries.
man. It was great to have you on, and you're welcome anytime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
you.
you for sharing your stories with us.
I can't wait to watch the replay.
Informative and stuff.
Yeah, Mrs. O, if you have, I can't get my words out now. Oh, it'll come back to me. It will come back to me.
I subscribed to you back when I first started watching Lee's lives, so I've been
Oh, did-
following you for a minute. Yeah, Yeah.
No, thank you so much.
I have. I watch. I like your shorts. I already saw the photo of the truck too. So
Well,
I
give
was
it
like, oh
another
yeah, you're gonna
share.
show it. I love it.
I'll give it one more share if everyone can go and check out Charinator. And
Yeah.
as I said, you're
I got-
welcome
It's really good
anytime.
videos and shit.
Anytime
I got
you
my
wanna
2
jump
other
on.
accounts as well. I will
Mm.
jump on those ones.
And I will
Awesome.
I will be on and hopefully Monday to get it up and running again.
Oh,
No worries.
shit.
No worries, Steve. You take it easy, man, and we'll catch up with you
Yeah.
later.
No
Absolutely.
bother,
Yeah,
guys.
you
I will catch you all later.
See you, Stephen.
Thank you for
Take care,
having me
mate.
on.
Here's
And as I
your
said, keep on trucking.
Hell yes.
See you
Word
later, guys.
from Charinator. Take care, man.
See you later, bud.
And apparently Becky's fishing adventures, which he doesn't really fish very much for someone that's always on fishing adventures. Anyway,
right?
we won't get into that. He said he had his bath. He's already drunk. He's almost a bottle and a few too many bongs. I don't know. You can have too many bongs. Apparently, you can.
Never.
Only too many bongs back in the day for me used to mean sleep. I would have
Nice,
been,
good
well,
nap.
yeah, I'd be Mark and I'd, get back and have a nap and then
That's it.
40 winks or whatever they call it.
40 wanks.
Yeah, that was great to have Stephen on. Oh. Now we're back to the race. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So, Roger, the pirate,
Yes.
how lit are you from a 1 to 10?
Lit as fuck.
Got 5. Why? Got 4 or 5.
Oh, 4 or 5. I thought you was about a 4 or 5 when you come on. No, that's all right. You pirates are able to handle your liquor.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
that's right,
did
Paul.
think for the longest time. I really did think for the longest time that water was rum for pirates because they live in salt water, so they would need something to counteract all that salt. Don't ask me, my brain just, functioning. But no, for the longest time I did when I was a kid. It was like, yeah, of course, like they have to have rum because all that salt water. Don't ask me how that makes sense. Remember?
I reckon Becky and Stylesy might be sorted out a fishing adventure soon.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And apparently the reason that Stylesy was quiet for a while because he had 40 wanks. He
Jesus.
must be quite tired after that.
Must need a
I'm
rest.
sure I'm sure he's quite dehydrated. Get some water into you.
Oh.
I'm sure
what
39 of
is
those were probably blanks.
Yeah.
Shooting blanks.
I don't know if I could. I won't go there.
Yeah.
What's the phone, Mrs. Austin, that you're now using?
iPhone 14 Plus.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the newest one, but new enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I got the Pro Max.
They didn't want to give me the Pro Max on discount, so I was like, never mind.
Oh.
I went from paying $300 for a phone every month to pay it off in the 2 years or whatever to $2.77. I thought I got the better deal. So just by taking one that they're gonna it's gonna be no good in 3 years. And I was like, okay, I'll need a new one by then. I'll go to the 19 by then because it'll be 25 by 3 or 5 years from now. So I can't use Windows computers. I can't use Android. I can't use Windows.
It's not a computer. It's a bloody phone, mate.
No, I understand that with the computing. If it's Android or Windows, I myself will.
It's one of those, what do you call them, smartphones.
That's what I got, yeah.
Those clever phones or whatever they are that do, intelligent whatever
stuff.
They do.
Oh, but haven't they got AI on them?
Oh, here we go.
If Samsung wants to sponsor me, see, I know a lot about these thingy-majigs, whatever they're called.
Samsung is definitely run by AI. Like all of their jelly stuff is AI systematic. The reason I can't have an Android
even
or
got chocolate on it from a review that I did earlier. Bloody chocolate.
I can't have an Android or a Windows phone because they're too easy to hack. Like I can hack them, so they're way too easy. Like I'm not in the hack your stuff industry, but yeah,
you can hack my phone. It's just my photos are just all eggplants. 124 images of different shapes and sized eggplants. And
whatever floats your boat.
So what? You're talking standing up and down and all over the place?
Yeah.
Plank. You should do a planked one. That'll be great. Do a planked one.
My boat.
Or you gotta plank it.
My boat. Well, 124 eggplants might help, or we'd probably sink it. But anyway.
I'm totally gonna. Ryan wants to start doing our vegetables and stuff, and you're giving me so many great ideas about squash. So I'm gonna totally do like photo ops of squash, and one of them's gonna be planking. I'm totally gonna do that now. I'm gonna be planking plants. I hope not.
Kind of sport. Yeah,
You're telling me to take a nap in a straight line and I can get paid for it? That is definitely should not be a sport.
Go out
not
for a game
all.
of squash.
No, I'm talking about planking, not squash.
With your eggplant. Is planking?
Yeah.
Is planking
planking my eggplant?
Is it still all the rage now, or has it come back again?
It flows very closely to the Pilates, but yes, they do planking like challenges to see who can plank the longest. And I'm like, you're telling me to lay down. You're telling me to lay down. This is not a sport. It's not a sport.
That was so stupid when it came round, but now there's been about 100 and probably thousands of stupid stuff that's taken its place. So I just can't keep up with it anymore. It's just
What is?
you know,
I don't.
let
Okay,
the people
explain to me what
do what they want, I
pickleball is.
guess.
Do you know what pickleball is? I don't know what pickleball is. I don't get the concept.
Fuck
I think it's,
knows.
I think it's when you get
It's
a
a new-
jar of gherkins and you teabag into them.
You would think.
Oh, here we go.
Shuck them at each
Bloody
other.
teabagging.
I don't get pickleball
Yeah,
either,
well, how
but
else are you gonna
apparently
get
it's very much
pickleballs?
like It's very much like racquetball and tennis put together or some crap. I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm like you guys are all just screwing with badminton, right? That's badminton is the mini birdies.
No, squash. You have to look it up. Squash.
No, I know what squash is. The concept of squash. I get the game. But that's what I'm saying. Like, isn't everything just a mimic of tennis, aka badminton? Like badminton's like fun tennis because with the little birdie, but you know what I mean? Like it's all volleyball with a racket. To me, you know, that's what tennis is. That's what you have your own sections you have to be in until the ball is in play, and then
do you know what my favorite sport is?
What?
Oh, no.
Basketball.
Basketball.
I love basketball, especially when they're in the fifth inning. That was my favorite.
Especially when you get to psych out your opponent.
Well, yeah, that's the fifth inning when they get to bring in the teams and start psyching them out. Like they could tag team psych outs where they were doing all the sexual stuff, and they were like, "Dude, this is getting a little out of hand." Yeah, that was my favorite part.
The best psych out is, I heard your girlfriend is going out with Squeak.
Squeak. Yeah.
Here we go.
God.
What's this?
How is he like a writer? Is that pickleball? I think that's pickleball. Like I said, it looks like racquetball. It's basically racquetball tennis.
It's like tennis, but for people that are soft and don't want to get hit in the face with a tennis ball.
Yeah, but it's a giant racquetball. So a racquetball
it's like table tennis, but without the table.
Yeah.
Basically. And I'm like, isn't that just badminton? Badminton's higher up in the air, correct? Like volleyball.
Badminton is like, it has that weird little.
Here, look.
It goes upwards, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
like a rocket, but the badminton is like a rocket where you can only hit it on the nose.
Yeah. The bird.
It's not going to
upwards, yeah.
Yeah, but at the same
left
time,
off the ground, and you have to hit up a pop.
This concept of pickleball that pisses me off though, because like a bunch of Americans figured out how to play every sport drunk, so we got to start making up new ones.
Let's make up one now.
Oh, no.
Let's do table tennis, but instead of hitting the ball, you have to throw the table at each other.
No.
Block it with a racket.
If they're gonna do this, they should have to have some like ultimate frisbee beer bong. They should have to run a gauntlet and then try to make it like you understand that beer bong is just skeet ball, right? Skeet ball where you throw the skeet off the ramp and try to make it into the cones. That's all that is.
Skeet. That was a whole different game. Skeet ball.
Isn't that what it's called? No, it's called something else. It's like an arcade game. You guys you know what I mean, right? Where you throw it in, and it's a circle, and you have to get it into which one of those. Okay, so beer pong is similar to bowling / where's the one where you gotta knock it out of place? Where you push it
right back. I'm about to go
that
for a
one,
splash.
you know, where they get in front
goodness sake.
I'm only kidding.
Can you leave the door open?
I'm trying to think of what I think it's skeet ball and.
That's right. I'm male. I'll just turn around and take a slash on the floor and say that I missed the toilet.
What is that game where it's old people play it? Hibachi balls, where you have to throw the ball in and like knocks it around.
I thought when you said old people, I thought you meant like lawn bowls. You know, like
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's called bocce ball. We call it bocce ball. So it's similar to bocce ball and skeet. It's beer
See,
pong
us Londoners,
on a
us
table.
Londoners, we get straight to the point and we just call it lawn bowls because it's bowls, but
Yeah,
Like,
You
yeah.
play it on the lawn.
Holes.
Yes.
it's on a lawn. And you have to mow that lawn because otherwise the ball's not going to move properly on a unmowed lawn.
Balls, all about the.
Mm.
It's all about the balls, eh?
Yep,
I think what,
that's
I
right.
think what
And
we've
then, like-
learned out of this conversation, I reckon what we learned is humans are obsessed with balls.
And Americans
It's
want to
pretty
play
much-
with their balls when they're drunk.
I do.
We
Well,
Americans
I
like
know.
to invent ways to
we
play
know
with
what
our
Cody's
balls.
doing after the stream.
No.
That explains carpet balls.
Bowels.
People
Good.
putting your balls in different holes.
Medals.
If I had to play a sport every day, if I had to play a sport, practice a sport, and then like be graded on it, it would be bowling.
Bowling.
You have better, yeah. Well, because you have a
yeah.
better, you have better luck.
It's about the
You have better luck in technique over actual like arm strength or like you know what I mean,
Yeah.
muscle mass. Like you don't have to too much
Like, you
worry
don't have
about
to
your
train-
physical
you don't
body.
Have to train
Yeah.
as such.
Yeah.
I know what you
Yeah,
mean.
it's not like I'm gonna have to go run, you know, do any
Yeah.
cardio, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to do the Rocky scene.
She might run up some
Stairs.
stairs
Yeah, stairs, right, stairs, you know.
and have about a few thousand fans behind her.
So I
Chess
could
is a
I could
sport.
see where that's different.
Oh, we know chess is a
Right.
sport, but yeah, we need a little bit
No.
more
Safe
excitement.
as a
than-
kid.
I think that bowling is perfect for someone who has ADHD because it's a physical.
Well,
It
isn't-
is physical as well as
Mm.
mental. So it's like
Mm.
you can
Listen,
you can have a
darts is sport
ritual
as well,
to get you ready.
and snooker.
No,
Are they sports
okay,
or are they
so
more? Now we're getting into
I'm pretty
some,
sure lawn darts, aka spear throwing, aka track, is more important. You know, more than darts itself. But there's got to be some kind of tournament.
like javelin when we're getting onto just a bigger version of a dart. Or is that-
Yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. The arch matters more in javelin, obviously, than in dart throwing. But no, I'm
Javelin
sure
used to
someone
be- I
has
used
a
to like
world
javelin.
championship of something like that somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Billiards
on.
and darts. Yeah, that sounds like a triathlon. You gotta do the.
Yo.
You gotta do that. You gotta do the billiards
Ricky's-
pole and the chugging beer and the throwing darts as a triathlon. I can totally see that.
So
That's my
Becky's
game.
darts and eight ball adventures is saying that he's good at fishing. Oh, wait a second.
Always about the balls.
How about Stevie OG?
Always look on the bright side of life.
What is that
Nice.
from? Please tell me. Please tell me what is that from?
Monty Python.
Life of
Okay.
Brian.
Monty Python,
Okay.
The
Life
Life
of
of
Brian.
Brian.
I thought it was. I would have said Life of Brian, but you said Monty Python. I was like, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have said Life of Brian only because I don't. When you say Monty Python, I just want to in my mouth because my ex,
Jesus Christ.
my oldest son's dad didn't.
Well, there goes Mrs. Austin for the night.
The look on your face,
Oh, no,
geez.
she's back again.
Only
Oh, there we
thing,
go.
because the only thing he watched was Monty Python, so it was like
Oh, that's
nonstop,
fair.
4.5
Well,
straight
you
years
can't-
of nothing but Monty Python.
You
So,
can,
yeah.
you can get sick of stuff.
Mm.
Now Mrs. Austin's down in the naughty corner.
No,
Hey,
that's where
I'm
you
okay with
belong,
that.
G.
Like we were talking about
Oh.
Mr. Bean the other day. Could you imagine watching 15-minute snippets of Mr. Bean and
Right.
only Mr. Bean for 4 years?
I love my Mr.
And
Bean.
to
Oh, yeah.
answer
Quite funny.
Becky's
just got a
dart
sense
and
of
eight
humour.
ball adventures, I was planning to do stuff like that, but I don't know. I just don't like to hassle
Ooh.
people. But I was gonna do
Oh,
stuff
honey.
like that with someone who does fishing and hunting and stuff often. But we'll see how we go. Now I'm
That
probably more
does sound
prepared because
fun.
I have because they have microphones and
You can do the
little bits
outdoor
and
stuff. Yeah.
pieces.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm probably more
How
prepared
about
now
Little Britain?
than I was when I wanted to do it. Little Britain, the TV show.
Yeah, I
or
like
the
Little Britain.
Not bad.
From,
Indie.
and that's
I do
another
indie things.
Three Sisters Little Britain, and there's Little Britain Abroad, and there's Little Britain something else. Oh, Little Britain
That one.
Abroad.
I want that one. What is your
Yeah, because
favorite
it's
character,
with Little
Roger?
Britain into America, and that was Broad. Then I like the law production.
One good
I
one
like
was
Popcorn.
computer says no. Computer
Yeah, you
says
said
no.
in German. Brücke. Computer Brücke.
The coconut flavor is great, but the oil texture. Sorry, guys. You see the oil texture? It's very much,
Cool.
and so the flavor's great, but the oil texture that's left in my mouth is like. So it's not.
Oh,
I would not recommend adding this to tea, guys. I'd recommend adding it to a little something heavier.
So apparently Peter's in the naughty corner. He welcomes you with open arms.
it's where you belong, G.
Possibly open legs.
Oh,
I sent
fucking
him
hell.
a hello over there on
No,
Mark
no.
Shed Talk and felt bad. Hi, Peter. If you message me, if you comment back, I'm sorry. I jumped over to like all the live streams and. What would you catch in the Bay of Adelaide? What are you most likely to catch off the pier or the coast? What are you more than likely going to catch?
Yep.
Most likely Robert the disabled vlogger with a giant net.
Oh,
Throw it back.
Yeah, fuck him.
You know,
Is that one of the
Yeah, you
ones
know
you
how
would just
some-
leave on the beach and be like, never mind, and just walk away?
yeah,
Like,
you know
Yeah.
how
throw
you
it
know how
back?
sometimes you kiss the fish for a bit of good luck and throw it back. That one you would
Oh, Rex Hunt.
throw it in the
Yeah, Rex
face and
Hunt.
leave it on shore.
I wonder why thousands of fish said me too as well. I wonder why thousands of fish said me too when Rex Hunt kissed them without consent.
Right.
One
Right.
story that I'd probably do to that certain individual. When my sister was fishing, when she was like, really little, she caught a fish and she was so happy, but she couldn't get it off, and someone helped her, and then she dropped it, and then she ended up stepping on it.
Oh no!
Oh,
Then she was so sad.
Oh
I think
no!
the gut
You
came
think
out of
it's
its
all?
bum.
Oh.
Oh well, she recovered. she recovered. She's still. I don't think she's in therapy. Like, oh, that fish. But yeah, you know what little kids are like. They're proud as that they've done something, and then it's like, oh, I
Ugh.
dropped
Yeah.
it.
You know,
See, and
from
I-
Tried to pick it up, I
a
stepped
bit
on it.
different.
I was the one who didn't want to catch fish as a kid because I was like, I don't want to kill it. Like, put it back in its home. Because like my
Yeah,
thought was,
yeah.
I don't want you to come take
This
me
was a
away from
catch and
my
release.
home. Yeah. But I believe we talked about this before, but we saw a TikTok about how the guy's like hella stoned and they're fishing, and he's like, what if we were the aliens to the fish and we're just abducting them from their home and then we're eating them?
Yeah.
So the aliens above us are gonna abduct us and eat us. And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah,
you
that's
just
how they-
unlocked a part of my brain I didn't need to understand.
Jesus.
That's how the aliens adopted me. They had like a burger hanging out on a fishing rod, and they're like, oh, look at that.
Half
took
this
a
game
bite
of
and they-
Ramon so like me so much.
A burger and
That'd be pretty fun,
a burger and a good cup of tea. Like, we
Yeah,
got
yeah.
you. You're stuck.
It just tastes a good cup of coffee.
Just a
And a
huge
good beer.
feedback coming down like this.
Put your bag away, G.
Well, could you see that? Well, the camera was high enough. Yeah, Funkin'
Oh.
Hungry Thirst as a shark. That would be good. Oh, me wrestling the shark. Oh.
You know,
I just ask about the fish because it would I would definitely want to, especially if we're gonna catch and cook right there. I would definitely want to know what herbs and spices to add to the fish, because not everybody wants salt water flavor. So you gotta
know.
quick brine it.
We all know I wouldn't get that far. I'd end up cooking a bit of seaweed. Oh god, I didn't
Hey,
catch nothing in Kismet.
pretty
Here's the
good.
seaweed. Oh,
You cook it right, it's pretty good.
So is that
That's fucking
the
delicious.
seaweed diet or the keto diet or whatever diet it is?
I don't know, but should I give it a bit of a fucking hungry sniff?
I think you should.
Oh, it smells like seawater.
Or maybe
Like seawater.
maybe like a certain YouTuber that's on the Kelto diet now.
Oh. I don't
Well,
think I can do
Tasmanian.
that.
Taz does.
Oh no.
He meant to be in the keto diet.
Who's Tazdaz?
I don't know. He is that bloke.
You know the Tasmanian with beard that you fella that likes Robert to this old vlogger too much? Robert
You
the
call that a
Sable
beard, huh?
vlogger.
They both got
I've seen
pubes
a
on
bit
their
of beard.
face.
I've seen a better beard than a coconut. I thought it was bum fluff.
No,
looks
it's,
like
it's
like a-
pubes.
Kind of like our good old mate Cocoa Pops. It looks like a lollipop after you drop it on the carpet and roll it around a few times. Anyway, I guess we got into who has the best beard.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been trimming my beard a little bit, trying to look pretty for everyone. Mark's having 40 winks.
No,
40,
I'm here.
40 wanks.
No. If I was, my hands would be moving.
Oh, yeah.
Hands free. Hands free.
So you,
Mrs.
you're not
Austin has got it.
Italian. You're not
I could be.
Italian. Your hands aren't moving.
Oh,
My hands were moving this afternoon.
Oh.
Oh, I could do a Zoidberg.
Apparently, G should try out stand-up comedy. What was I saying? That was fun. What about the dropping the lollipop on the carpet and rolling it? Don't make me come on there and put you all to shame with my luscious locks.
Oh.
You have to... Go on, Roger.
oh.
Oh no. I mean,
What's Roger going to
Roger's doing his little high-pitched voice that he does.
thank you, Roger.
Dolphin?
I
Thought this was dolphin-free tuna. Apparently not. The royal prawn's at it again. He's calling his sea life to come and save him. How funny would it be if Roger just jumped on a dolphin and just out of
Finish!
You guys don't.
So we have this
I'll be an
show.
elephant seal because I already got the trunk.
We don't want to know about your trunk, Roger.
Can't help it, it smells a lot more than you can imagine.
with the dolphin. When Roger goes quiet, I just imagine that he's probably speaking to his prawn army.
He's up to something.
He's sending them to, I don't know, Afghanistan or somewhere. One day he'll conquer the world with his prawns.
Mm.
So he's going to get his prawn out, is he?
Oh, here we go.
You guys are reminding me of this movie I watch called Project Power, where the guy's power is that he has the heat generated. Naturally, he generated component of a shrimp that live in the ocean that can go from their body temperature. Obviously, it's like negative below under that dark, on the bottom part of the ocean. And he can generate enough heat to go to like 1,000, like that's how hot he goes, to 1,000, whatever that is in Fahrenheit, Celsius. And apparently he can like burn things because the heat just generating from his body, whatever. But every time you guys say prawn now, since I've seen that movie, I think of the part where Jamie Foxx, the character or the actor, as the character, like turns on his superpower and like melts all of these people for like a mile.
Wow.
Like everything is just melted, like metal, everything, everything that's consistent of carbon just turns to ash. So like even people,
Wow.
like whatever they're wearing, it just turns into like poof air. But yeah, sorry. Every time you guys say that in my head, I'm over here like Roger's like, rah, rah, like all this flames like are coming off his body.
No, Roger does what he does. He's concentrating and sending his prawn army right now. That's what he does. He goes quiet and you see him typing away. He's sending them text messages like, go and send my little prawn army. Does the Zoidberg to him. I guess by the look of Mark, it might be time to wrap it up soon.
Oh, do you think so? You don't have to end it on my behalf.
He's just jealous because it's already daytime.
It's 4:20 daytime over there.
It's 6:28 daytime over here. I'm already. Me and Ryan were up this morning at 4:20, and he was giggling because he's like, "We're old. We're awake at the 4:20. No one's awake for." He's like, "We're old. We're awake," and he's going back to bed. I'm wide awake. We've had a stressful few days, but we're doing okay. We have to move, so that's what's going on.
Right.
We have to move, so we're looking for a place to go, and we've got 2 offers so far. That's a funny part about town. As it's such a small town, people find out that you need a place to live, they come looking for you because they want good renters. So we don't really have to run around too much. Ooh.
Will you be moving far, Mrs. Austin?
We will either be moving 3 miles
for him.
Mixed bong. I'm guessing that's with tobacco and with. Is that what he means by mixed? Okay. I used to smoke those a lot too. And that's kind of how I quit smoking tobacco. I'd smoked that and then just stopped putting the tobacco in it. The one offer is 3 miles. Another offer is 7. So we will still be in the town we're in, but we're not going to live as close to town as we are now.
Well, I hope it all works out.
It's either that or we're moving to the city, and me and Ryan both don't want to move to the city. So.
No wonder Becky doesn't like HP sauce when he has tobacco flavor all in his mouth.
Well, the reason I asked if it's tobacco is because the girl thing to do around here. No offense to anyone listening if you're not a girl and you do this, but the majority of the women around here like to mix in like lavender, rosemary, like actual herbs into the it blows my mind. I don't know why you would want to add. I'm like, just drink tea. Just drink it like tea. Stop. There's no reason for you to smoke it. But again, we Americans, someone already did that. We got to spice it up. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, there's a random tree here. I might as well just mix this in it.
Yes. Yes. Yes, very much.
See what it does.
Like, first of all, I understand. Like, I understand that some of the products they taste like fruit and they taste meat, like they taste like cheese. But to me, in my brain, it makes no sense to me. It doesn't make no sense to me that you would put it in something you would smoke.
Like these days, there's so many different strains and stuff. There's probably ones that have that floral, like aromatics taste to them. So why
rose water, like they make the papers out of them. Like they grind up the herbs. They get paper, like the stuff to make homemade paper, and then they press them. And then they shave them so that they're thin. They can get like 5 rolling papers out of one piece of paper. But in my mind, it makes no sense. I'm like, no, I don't want to smoke that flower. Like, I want to smoke this flower. That's the point of that flower. I don't want to smoke a dandelion.
It's smoother.
I don't. No,
You need to
it's
harden the
not.
fuck up, Becky.
Tobacco makes it. Tobacco makes it makes me not need this. Like I would. That's why I was doing it, and then I went to these, which I should have never done. I should have just quit tobacco. But,
Many moons ago, one wise old man told me you got to cough to get off. So yeah, he says he still coughs. You got to cough to get off because.
No, you don't.
No, this was a very wise man. It might have been because he felt a bit embarrassed that he was coughing his ass off in front of a couple, like very young people. But
yeah, that could have been it.
No, it definitely was, but it definitely was. But the way he recovered by, you got to cough to get off. Got to cough to get off is just why why that was so funny. You say herb, and we say herbs, because there's a fucking H in it.
My favorite TV show last year that I would watch all the time by myself, like literally would have to kick everybody out of the room, was with Eddie Izzard, and it's called The Riches, where they're like the gypsy family and they take over the rich people's life basically. And no, I love him. He's hilarious. Yes, I would agree that your cannabis is different than ours. Your cannabis is definitely going to be grown in more additives. You guys don't have rich styles, so as rich soils as we do because of the salt intake. So the pH would definitely be off, and that can definitely make a cannabis plant not as effective. If that makes any sense. Although, again, I don't get it. I don't know why you would want to. I do. I just imagine like taking a bag of tea from my little tea bag over here and ripping it open and then putting it in my. No, it makes no sense to me. But again, everyone's bored with what they already have. They need to. That's the idea of capitalism. Is that once you get a niche, you got to keep going with it until you turn it into nothing compared to what it started out as. So.
You're trying to say that you're going to smoke tea leaves on stream for us?
No, not at all.
Smoke your salted caramel black tea and tell us if it has a salted caramel.
Gross. That sounds so gross. No, I'm telling you. The salt intake alone. There is Jack Herrera, very much named after a cheese, but it tastes like steak. So it tastes like a meaty portobello mushroom to me. It doesn't have a.
It probably has those flavor enhancers in it.
That's what we call terpenes. When you hear Americans say the word terp, that's what they're talking about, is the flavor enhancer. But again, I have these. This one's pineapple. Ooh. The other one I just put in, and it's a canister, and basically the amount of terpenes added to this is just add the flavor to it. I have a mango one. It's a different brand than the one Ryan has, mango, but his is a mango dragon fruit, and mine is just a plain mango. And I was making the comment that we should write, because I write on his little disposables so he knows what they are. I told him we should write man drag because it's mango dragon fruit. And I thought it was funny. He was like, no, I'm not letting you write man drag on my. I thought it was funny. It was like some of the names that they come up with these things, like it doesn't make any sense to me at all. And now they're talking about putting it on a different type of if and when they start categorizing marijuana, cannabis, whatever you want to call it. They're no longer gonna put names on it. It's just gonna be called happy because it makes you happy. It's gonna be called calm because it makes you calm. Like I'm like
what if it makes you go ape shit?
it'll say anger. It'll say it really will. Like it's gonna say the correlating response. And I said, that's dumb because that's atypical. Like someone like me who's neurodivergent is not gonna have the same physical and or mental. That
really everyone's going to have a different, even if there's only a few people people have different effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Some people it doesn't agree with really. I know some people that have had it and they just
it's called something. Ryan can actually tell you what it's called. It's an actual allergic reaction to it, just like I'm allergic to wheat. That it's the same form of type of allergen. So I get that part. Like I get like some people can't eat cheese, so obviously don't put cheese on it. That kind of situation. But I think that them just naming it what it's supposed to do is just gonna let us as the consumers down, especially those like me who have a high tolerance. So I mean, and the more you tell me you're gonna genetically do something to it, the more I don't want to touch it. If that makes any more sense. Like I don't want to, and a lot of these strains were based and used for what they were used for already. So they're trying to, shine something that's already been done, repaint it, smack a few stickers on there and act like it's a new thing. It's not a new thing. So that's what I mean by like, you're going to misclassify some things. So I don't know how to explain it. I guess it would be like with the same thing with like McDonald's trying to up their burgers. You're going, this is basically this burger and this burger put together. People have been doing it for years, but now that they're doing it, they get to charge you more. Like that's the crap part. So yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the secret menu at different places that you can go and get, if that makes any sense.
I can have mashed potatoes to go with my steak. Is that what you're saying?
You know what I mean though? Like it's just
I know what you're saying.
It's like saying the burger in the TV commercial is exactly the same one you're gonna get.
What is going on here?
Aww.
Hit that like button and then leave a wonderful comment after the show. And once again,
no problem, Stephen.
Yeah.
We love it when everybody supports the channel. Yeah, I slept through our live yet again this week. I feel really bad about it. And I know I'm not tired, but I'm sure you guys are.
Yeah, just a little.
I've been up since 5:30 this morning, my time.
Oh,
shit.
Wow.
When are you going to stop, Roger?
I don't know.
Been up since 8.
Oh, well, it's not a competition, okay?
Calm down.
Can't help it after work.
Oh no, I didn't get out. I didn't get up.
Work,
I didn't get up until like 9:30 this morning, and then I went to bed at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So no, please no. It is definitely not. If anyone wins, I win. I've had the most sleep on the panel.
I still haven't got up yet today.
Really? Okay.
I'm still working.
I haven't gone to bed. I haven't gone to bed yet.
Oh, $14.95. Holy mother!
Fucking Jesus!
I couldn't do that. I couldn't serve a bottle of that.
The old Becky, what is it? Darts and 8-ball adventures is just making sure that everyone knows that he drank a whole bottle of $14.95.
Oh,
he must have gone back in time to get that.
I can do it.
Well, here we go.
At a certain point, you just stop adding chaser, right? Is that how that goes?
A cap.
You know what though? I understand why he does it. I understand why he does it, especially with the physical pain that he's in right now with his back and all. I can imagine, and not being able to medicate like the way the irony in it all is that my medication, depending on if it's heavy dose, I will go to sleep. While sleeping, my body is not being medicated. My body's in pain. I wake up in a whole lot of pain. So I totally understand. Like
Becky's Dart and 8 Ball adventures. I'm pretty sure there's substances that he probably hasn't done tonight, but most substances it sounds like he has.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I understand not being able to.
No, I think he just wants to get off his face, to be honest. Our old mate Becky. I'm surprised that he can write like that. He could
see, yeah, there you go. There you go. MDMA has been found to help a lot with PTSD. So I can understand the benefits of it. I'm too scared to use that substance. I 100% like the drug DARE program scared the living crap out of me when it came to hard drugs and the idea of using some of them. The thought of
MDMA can, a lot of people that their brains are differently. Like I've seen people that have autism and stuff and take it, and they're very different on it. Well, I guess everyone is, but instead of necessarily like getting off their face, it like kind of straightens them out in a way. But it's like you're saying,
helps them be social.
It can help people with. Like I remember watching a documentary, and there was someone that was raped, and like you were saying with PTSD and you know, that sort of issues where it's changed like the way they think and feel and emotionally react to stuff.
It's like they say that it's like it opens a door or a window to a room they didn't even know existed. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they were basically able to speak about it when normally they would speak about it and do therapy, it would obviously cause too much trauma and that PTSD. What's Mrs. Austin tripping out about?
Cody's noise just scared the living crap out of me. I was like, I'm looking behind me thinking it's coming from the other side of the phone because it was so loud. I'm like, what is going on? It's very dark behind
just
me.
my chair.
And then I thought maybe something outside. So I'm freaking out. I was waiting we put our cameras up. Now that we've been given our notice, we're a bit nervous that our so-called landlord may or may not show up and try to rob us when we're not here. So I'm got cameras up. So I was waiting for the camera thing to come up in case it was something in front of my house. So I'm like, look at the screens. No, look for a notification. And then I realized it was his chair. And then I was like, okay, never mind. Little on edge.
Yeah, but that's why a lot of drugs really like different mushrooms as well are quite interesting what it can do to people. They're saying like it can cure or help depression because you know, obviously it's like adding something to the brain and the chemicals that is kind of missing. And obviously that's what I was trying to explain with MDMA. And the thing is though, like you have ecstasy and stuff like that, which is like jam-packed full of crap. I guess it's like eating a potato chip or something like that compared to like eating a fresh potato that you prepared yourself. It's like all those preservatives and all those additives and shit is obviously giving you a different effect, more of a dirty feel or whatever than like something that's pure.
And exactly what you just said right now is what I'm worried about the cannabis industry, because right now you can go into a store and get it at its purest form, which is technically a flower, and or all the way processed down as far as you want to get it processed down to. But they want to take out the idea of the person's scent and mood and understanding and just go, you're like you said, you're depressed here. This is all happy stuff. And it's just going to be basically like a mirage of different stuff all in together, like ground up together, ready to go. So that it's just like that herbal. It's like, you know, those vitamin packs you can buy at the store. That's like basically what they're going to try to do in a package. I'm going, how do you know that's going to work? You know, unless it's genetically modified. So that's what worries me. Exactly what you're saying. Like I would rather have the purest form at my disposal. Yeah.
And it's interesting because, like, a lot of people who are anti-drugs through fear and media, really, if anyone's really anti, because I mean, caffeine and stuff, you know, we can get into it, and is all like a form of drug. But really, the government, the pharmaceutical industry, is selling all of these drugs that we're really talking about. And now, like you're talking about with cannabis, they're selling that as well, and probably, like you're saying, going to change it and alter it. But I mean, they have all these drugs, but they just have different names or like a slightly different. Like they've either lowered the dose to the point where it's there and it will give you a slight change, but it won't. That's why it's interesting to look into like MDMA or whatever you might want to look into, because a lot of it does help people. Like I was sort of saying before, people that have PTSD and have been raped, and then they're like able to get the therapy and the trauma, like they're able to talk about it to the point where they can actually go in and find that issue and talk about it and try to fix that issue, where without that drug it is too traumatic for them to open themselves up to that sort of therapy and that sort of, you know, like how can you really get over trauma or fix like issues you have if you can't, if you're gonna, you know, like keep it back in your subconscious and just not address it because you're too frightened and you're too like, you just, you know, like I have anxiety, but I'm sure like Sharonada is saying with PTSD from like, what he went through, it's even, you know, it's even worse where, you know, like my escape is sleeping, but someone with like PTSD and, you know, like sleeping or just certain stuff you might not be able to escape. And with me, with my depression, sleeping, at first I used to have like insomnia and like quite a lot of issues with sleeping, where sometimes I'd be up a few days from stress and anxiety and whatever. But you know, me basically working on myself has got to the point where my escape, because I don't take substances, you know, I don't smoke or whatever to chill myself out. If I am really bad, like a way to escape is sleeping, because you know, like when I'm sleeping, I'm not facing, like I don't have this, you know, just basically I'm not smart enough to explain it, because you know, like when I'm awake, like but when I'm awake, like, you know, all that clutter in your head, all of that, you know, like all that talking is able to, like, you're able to put it at rest in a way when you're sleeping, and obviously that's when you go into that REM state and you're in that deep sleep. And but yeah, I've done.
So I wanted to comment on that, okay? Because of my depression, because of my major depressive disorder, that hit its peak, even come to find out that it has to do with women, and it has to do with the progesterone that goes through our system and through our bodies during those times of our cycles, you know, monthly cycles. Well, while pregnant, my major depressive disorder gets to the point where I, like you said, will sleep for 3 or 4 days straight, and then I will wake up, I'll be awake for a week because I can't, like my body's like, you don't need to sleep, you know, and I'm like,
really bad. It's kind of like I sleep, and sometimes when I'm bad, I get to the point that you know, like it's like I'm just on autopilot and I'm kind of waiting until I can sleep again. But sometimes you sleep so much, like you're saying, you can't sleep no more, and then you're kind of awake, and then like you're facing your demons even worse because you don't have that escape, and it's like, oh, so you know, now I've. But one thing I did want to say as well is what I was like, I'm not glorifying anything or telling people to go out, you know, run out there and do drugs. No. But like Becky was saying before, some stuff, especially when you're getting it from some dirty dude down the street that you don't know what he's done really to these substances, is like, as much as I'm saying it can help you to face traumas, and sometimes, you know, like cannabis or these guys having their occasional drink and they're had a couple of drinks and had a good night. Sometimes if you use these substances too much, you can get addicted to it, and then addicted nature, it's hard to get off substances, even if it's eating food or drinking. Like drinking is a huge issue. So, you know, meth or ice. So you can go cold turkey, but you can't you can't just stop drinking. You have to wean yourself
No.
off it.
Yeah,
Even
drinking.
say if you've been having 6 cans for every day for the last 20 years, you have to lower that to like 4 cans, 2 cans, and then eventually maybe have a day break in between. And that's just
And
like
then you
sort of
can
a
quit.
bit of
Yeah.
an example.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
as good as they have like some good properties, or in certain situations they can be good, anything can be bad if you overdo it. And the way I was saying that they can help the brain, like help the brain, they can also destroy the brain, a lot of these substances as well. So you have to just, it's like eating burgers every day from McDonald's or whatever. That's going to affect like your liver, it's going to affect you like your
Not
kidneys,
just that
hearts,
though.
even
Your body starts
mentally.
being addicted to those preservatives, and your body starts needing those preservatives.
Like it learns how to run off that, because obviously it's kind of trying to fix itself, repair itself, but it's got to the point that it's repairing itself, but it's using these substances, and you can't just go off them. So as good as much as I was saying they had good aspects of them, obviously very bad ones as well, to the point where it destroys people's lives and people are homeless and the rest of it because of it. So you just, you have to, everything in life in moderation. You have to.
That's right.
You have to be healthy, and you have to be able to be in control of it.
Everyone's liver is fucked.
So I want to comment about Becky's comment about have done hardcore drugs. So because of my MDD after I had my oldest son, I feared that I wasn't going to be a good mom. I feared I wasn't going to keep up. All these people around me were using meth, and in my very immature, very not okay job, mind at the time, I started using meth. I was actually addicted to meth I used meth for almost 2 years and functioned, went to school, did not end out well. I ended up giving my oldest son, was raised by my sister after he was about 3.5 years old, because I couldn't get away from it.
Like you wouldn't, some people you wouldn't know they were on it.
Yeah.
How like you can.
Oh no, I brushed my teeth. I made sure I cleaned. I took care of myself. I did not want to look like a typical drug addict at all whatsoever.
A lot of doctors and nurses take it, and that's because of the traumatic experiences they have and the hours they work. I've spoke to some of them, and they take that because they need to like get in the mind frame of what they're about to do, like what they deal with at work. So it's like you can judge people, but some people that you wouldn't even expect, or like you're saying, like you'd expect like a crackhead or a certain person that using those
to look a certain way.
You have this image of what they are, but they could be your neighbor, they could be your sister, they could be, the doctor or the nurse that you're going to, because just people have to deal with they have to deal with the stuff they go through, and it's not the best way to deal with it. But some people, because how nurses sometimes will sleep for a little bit, and then they'll have sometimes they overwork them, and they'll have to have a little bit of a nap, and then they have to go from being
I was doing 2 programs. I was doing 2 school programs in a row. So I basically was at school for 16 hours a day and for 2.5 years. So within the last 6 months of being in school, I was using drugs. I was on days off to get stuff done, and I got to the point where I was done with school. I had dropped out, and I was heavily using because I was at that point addicted. But I knew at that point, like, I can no longer keep up this facade. I need to get help. So I did what I could, and for 3 years, I was sober to. Well, California sober. I smoked a lot of cannabis to get over and getting away from the want. But I then started to drink. I started to do all these other legal addictive drugs that I could just get, things I can get my hands on easy. And I couldn't drink because I could not get blacked out drunk. Like something did happen to me when I got blacked out drunk, and I couldn't get myself to that point anymore. I didn't trust the world around me if I was going to be that drunk. So yeah, no, I did what I did, and then I relapsed. So I've been sober 16. I've been sober 16 years now. If I wouldn't have relapsed, it'd be 21 years. You know, so it's been a hard time because I make friends who are in their recovery stages, and people will look at me and look at them and go, why are you friends with people like that? And I'm like, I am people like that. I will and forever will be a recovering addict, because methamphetamines, when you're on them, makes the world so much easier to deal with. And I know a lot of people who have told me that, like, I enjoyed being on it. It made me feel like I could keep, like I was normal. And I know a lot of people who say the same thing about cocaine, that using cocaine make them feel normal. So just like you said about the MDMA, I don't believe it's just the one individual drugs that could help certain people. Yeah.
It's interesting that you say that, because the other day when I was going for a walk, now I've been like off substances so much, and I really am trying to like have a more healthy lifestyle. So I'm feeling like what you said when you're on drugs, but off drugs, like my head is way more clearer now without having some sort of substance to like clear that bullshit out of the head. And it's just, yeah, like you can, you know, I'm not preaching because I've done a lot of this stuff that you guys are talking about, but it's like obviously it's kind of, because it takes a while once you're off stuff as well, and your brain to like work out what it's.
Oh, I didn't want to do psilocybin. I didn't want to do mushrooms. I was scared. I was scared what mushrooms were going to do to me because of anything hallucinogenic. My brain is already imaginative. When I'm bored, the imagination that goes on in my head, half the time people are like, what are you laughing at? Because you're not reading anything, you know, because I have such a crazy imagination as it is. Like I close my eyes and it's like Willy Wonka all day long. Like it's just craziness up there. So give me something that's going to make it even. No, hell no, don't amplify that. Like
you'd be like Alice in Wonderland.
I've studied dreams, and I've studied what they consider it. That's not. It's like, you know, I have cards. I have tarot cards. I'm a spiritual person. Hi, Caitlin. I'm a spiritual person. So I've studied a lot of different ways to communicate with the universe around me and myself. And, you know, I see spirits.
I've definitely done, you know? I've definitely done that as well, where I feel like I've gone through psychic awakenings or whatever, but you just have an overload of information that comes in, and
so I do that naturally. I don't want to add drugs to it. I don't know why. That's just me personally. I'm happy that people, but I truly believe in recreational drug use. I do believe that it's beneficial.
The reason I stopped doing cannabis is because I was relying on it too much when I was not coping. Like I was mentioning before, I'd be able to have that, but it wasn't really dealing with it because I was using that as something to go to. And like, of course, it was very hard to stop it and not have. So I was basically having to deal with my emotions and my anxiety, depression without anything like drinking, without anything to fall back on. And yeah, it was fucking hard for a while because, you know, like I'm dealing with all of that stuff, and it was very, very hard not to just want to go and do. And I was quite angry for a while because it was just instead of having something that I knew that would chill me out and make me relax, I have to deal with all of that stuff, and just a lot of stuff that I could escape before I couldn't. And obviously like anger was something I had to face for quite some time. And that's why I was mentioning before, it finally feels like I've got to the point where I don't really need that stuff too. Like I can find other more, well, I'm not saying, like I said before, there's negatives and positives to all of this stuff we're talking about, but I can deal with shitty situations and like walking or whatever. I can have something like that I can escape.
To use better terms, it's like coping skills. When you say you're coping, you're capable of coping without these mind-altering, body-altering
It's a bit of a routine. It's
So-
a bit of a routine as well because our brains and the way humans are, we
Yes.
like routines. So getting into a routine.
See, and
of
I'm
work,
creative.
put it
You
on-
give me too much
put it on
routine and I
music,
become very boring.
and then I put
And
on
boring
music,
is
and
not
especially
fun
if
for
I
me.
find a new song, because then I can like really, if I'm
Mhm,
finding a new
mhm.
song and I'm busy, I can actually get out at there and play it a couple of times and really delve into it instead of playing it when I'm like doing stuff on my computer or distracted. I can actually like really kind of get into it more. But before we go on more, I wanted to address some stuff that Becky was talking about.
Oh yeah.
So I don't like the way I look nowadays because I talk to people and have a lot of pimples and they think I'm on meth now, but I'm just unhealthy drinking and smoking every day. I meant to get a blood test, and then he goes on.
Use
But
this.
really,
Use some
but
of this.
really,
Find these things. They're really good for your
But-
skin. It's
yeah,
really
but
good for your
like
skin.
I mean, everyone else can chip in after, but my take on that is if you have an unhealthy lifestyle, which is addressed by drinking, smoking, and then from that you're going to make bad decisions, like when it comes to health and fitness, but also what you take in as in food and stuff. But also you have to learn to like you love yourself because that stuff's not going to change overnight. And you're not going to have a magic pill and like you're going to wake up and you're going to be completely different. So you need to start loving yourself, and that's what I'm saying about drinking and smoking and stuff. A lot of people do it. A lot of people do it for different reasons, but start loving yourself without needing these substances to give you a false sense of security or a false sense of I'm happy, but really it's just this substance that is changing you and making you this way. So you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your inner self. You're loving yourself. Otherwise, if you're just using these substances and I'm in a good mood because I'm drunk, it's like, are you going to wake up in the morning and feel the same, or in 2 days are you going to feel
Right
the same when
there.
you're not doing it?
That right
But
there is
then
why
it's
I can't do it anymore. Exactly. Everything you
And then
just
I'll
said about
just-
drinking is why. And I love it for you guys. You guys have a blast. You have fun, and I get to sit here and have fun with you guys. You guys don't make it.
Then
You don't make it in a bar, in a club, creepy weird. It's cool. We have a good time. I feel
as I
just
said,
as
each
much
to
fun
their-
about
each to their
eating
own.
dessert
It's
with
just-
Mark.
if that's what someone wants to do, but I'm like addressing really this
Yeah.
situation of such. Like, if people want to, obviously, a lot of people go to the clubs on the weekend. It's what a lot of people live for. But then a lot of those people will have problems during the week because they'll be, like most people, like, oh, I'm hanging for the weekend because you're hanging so you can go and like get off your face really at a club with someone. So is it really fixing whatever issues you may have during the week? But I'll quickly go over the rest of this before we get like everyone else can chip in. And tablets to make my bones stronger because I broke my hip 3 years ago, a finger, and now my back recently. Well, I know me and Mrs. Austin, we've spoke about like our issues and injuries, and obviously like Panadol and painkillers don't work. But I'm having a lot of issues with my feet at the moment because I'm walking a lot. But my sciatica has improved from doing a lot more physical activities. But really, sometimes I'm walking on my feet and it's like you just want to chop them off because they're in so much pain, but I'm just pushing through. And I guess my point is like you just have to find ways to cope when it comes to these issues you have. Like, again, it's easy to smoke and drink and try, but then like you're saying, it's making you have pimples, but also pimples are hormones and stuff like that. It might not be from drinking and smoking and stuff. Ring an ambulance because apparently he was unresponsive. I'm trying to smoke vapes to get off ciggies, but the government making it so hard for them. Well, really, if you want to do vape because you want to quit ciggies, you're not really wanting to quit ciggies. You're just replacing that bad habit with another bad habit. So that's like,
That's right.
I'm not smoking meth anymore because I'm doing heroin, and like that's helping me because it's replaced if you want to quit, you have to just quit. When I wanted to quit, I quit. I didn't start smoking tobacco instead of cannabis because I wanted to wean myself off. I went through like 2 weeks of hell or whatever, to bad cravings and wanting, and it's even like when I stopped putting sugar in my tea, it's like 2 weeks tea tasted like complete shit. And I didn't think I'd ever enjoy it again. But then you just persevere. You have to, if you want to be mentally strong, you have to do these things. You have to stop smoking cigarettes. And the only reason you're going to stop smoking cigarettes is if you want to stop. And yeah, it's an addiction, and an addiction is fucking hard to break and snap out of and stop doing. But if you want to do it, you're strong. Your mind's strong enough. Your body's strong enough. And yeah, you'll have some up and downs, as I said, anger issues. You'll stop for a few weeks and eventually you'll get off it, but it will probably take you a good year to fix that addiction. Is what mine. And then I don't care what I look like if people don't like me because they think I look like a bad person. But then what's a bad person look like? Someone could look like the most what society looks at as a model, the most beautiful or whatever person, and they could be a complete psychopath. And then you could look at someone and be like more of criminal look, like whatever you might say that is, and they could be the most lovely person. So that's just. But yeah, that's my little spiel on it. If anyone else cares to add to any of the stuff we've gone over.
Thank you, G, for your words there. It's certainly good advice.
Yep.
Yeah, like if you want to break it down, if you want to stop doing something, stop doing it. And if you aren't ready to stop it and you're coming up with excuses, really, you have to be hard on. I have to be hard on whoever I'm trying to help, or they have to be hard on themselves, because just replacing it with, like, I want to start vaping. Well, you want to start vaping because you want the easy way to get out of smoking, which isn't actually the easy way out, because you're just starting something different. So all you can do is just stop doing it. You just have to just stop buying it, stop doing it, stop wanting it. And it's certainly not easy, but if you want to stop, then just stop.
Well, maybe find out what triggers you to do those things in the first place, and work on reducing. Try and mitigate the triggers.
Yeah, like I was saying, Mark, is one big reason I was doing it is because I was trying to hide from the shit I was running away from.
Yeah.
I was trying to trauma that I've had since a kid or whatever. I was trying to avoid it by smoking or whatever, or drinking, or doing both, and all the rest of it. And it's the only way I was going to face my emotions and my depression and whatever else, is stop doing all the stuff that's taken me away from it.
Mm-hmm.
And stop having all these things that I could easily lean on and do just because it helps me for a little bit, but then also it helps you for a little bit, but you want that good feeling all the time, like not just on weekends. So then you find yourself trying to do it a little bit more than just weekends. And I know some people that have been on harder drugs as well, like meth or whatever, and they did the same. They was doing it heavily on the weekend, but more than just a little bit, to the point where they were doing it every day. And I kind of lost those people in my life, because I remember seeing some friends and you'd catch up with them for just a little bit in their lunch break or whatever, and they're completely off their face. And that's on and they're working, driving, doing the rest of it. And I'm not looking down on those people, but like, as I say, you want to chase that feeling of feeling good and being able to escape all the trauma and all the bullshit you have in life. But in the end, it can start eating you up. You can, like, they're still able to function and work and stuff, but really, what sort of life is that, to be spending all that money, but also ruining your brain by doing that many drugs? As I said, it can start off from a weekend of just having a bit of fun to the point where it's not fun anymore, when you're not able to wake up and function without doing some hard drugs.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh, it's definitely hard, Becky, and it definitely will be hard, but you'll get to a point if you if you want to do it, as I say, you'll get to the point that you'll just do it if you really want to do it. It sounds like cliche and stuff, but if you want to stop doing it, you will stop doing it. And that's why this has become a pretty good, a great conversation for everyone to share, because we've all sort of shared, or myself, Mrs. Austin, and Becky, and yeah, like Becky obviously knows it's a safe place for him to come and speak about that, but also he knows me on like Facebook. He can reach out if he wants to. We all joke. Well, I joke around and take the piss, but obviously I really care about people. Otherwise, why would I put this much time and effort into trying to share my ups and downs to hopefully inspire him to do the same? It's going to be a hard journey, but a lot of this stuff as well I kind of have done by myself, because I don't really have, or now I have a pretty good support system, even these lovely people here right now. But when it took me, good 17 plus years to really go through, not just talking about drugs, but going through like facing trauma and getting therapy or whatever for it. And it takes a bloody long time. And sometimes when you're chasing a psychologist, they can only see you every 4 odd weeks.
Yeah.
You can have a few sessions a year. So those years start adding up after a while. So that's why people like Becky's quite young, and, if he starts getting help now, he might not be like an old dinosaur like me, and finally get into the end of the tunnel. But it does take a long time. So yeah, it's a pretty long, hard road, but you can do it.
That's right.
So after what Becky wrote, where he says the new doctor, I had an appointment with the doctor, follow up for all the issues I was having when I had to go to the hospital, and I finally got the paperwork back. He has put me down for unable to work. Like, yes, I have a chronic disease, and it dates back to 2010, so I should be able to get all of my paperwork from him. A few more places I need to get information. Try to, as long as I try, then I did everything I could. But he's found the notes from the doctor who sent me to get diagnosed, so I'll be able to get those notes as well as his notes, and then put them together. But it should qualify me for disability, so I'm really excited about moving that forward. Yes, it's like a crawl, but it's moving forward on that. It's been 13 years, so it's been been a long road, and I'm tired, because the lady also called me about unemployment and asked me a bunch of questions about was I able to work, and I was like, no. Like, I tried to get jobs and I couldn't last more than 9 months. Like, I couldn't get out of bed after 2 or 3 days of working. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't do it anymore. And I would, seriously, when I was doing the janitor job, that's why I wasn't jumping up with you guys, because I physically couldn't get out of bed and go to work at the same time. So it was really, really hard those last few weeks. So to actually have this doctor see it and acknowledge it is a huge thing for me. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Something that came to mind with reading this is a couple of things. If Becky wants a father, I could be a father figure, but I'm gonna be hard on you. I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. So if you want change and stuff, I'm gonna have to be hard on you, because that's what I probably needed long ago. But also, he's saying he basically, I haven't was a father. I do, but me and him don't get along, so we barely speak. So really, some people have parents or whatever that could be lovely, but you don't necessarily need it. And what's triggered something in me was a lot of times when I was going through, obviously, my depression and stuff, it's brain chemicals and stuff like that you can't really, but you're trying to rationalize it. I've got to the point that the only person really I'm going to blame for what I've gone through is myself. And that's quite powerful, really, when you realize that the only person, you're coming up with excuses or you're trying to, which, trauma is a huge part of it, but really all the missed opportunities or me not, like Becky's saying, with trying to quit smoking, he wants to go on something else. It's like the only way you're going to help yourself is taking that responsibility on yourself. And it does take quite some time. But again, some of the stuff I shared before, it's I've came to realize that really blaming people is just holding me back, or using people as an excuse in a way, or this person had treated me bad when I'm a kid, so I have all this trauma. Really, the only person that can fix it is me, and I have been doing it. But as I said, it would be nice to have someone there to tell me the hard truths and to be hard on me, and basically, if, as I said, to the example I'm using, if Becky wants to stop doing stuff, is just shouldn't keep on just naming him. That goes for anyone. If you want to stop doing something, do it.
Yeah,
don't
that's
just
right.
but as I've said as well, these guys can come on and have a couple of drinks, but they're not going around raping and killing people and stuff. They're quite contained and quite happy, and or maybe Cody's. But no, as I said, you can have fun as long as it's not ruining your life, or it's not getting to the point when if you're not having fun anymore, then why the hell are you doing it, really? If you don't find any enjoyment from it, it's getting to the point where there's definitely issues if you're not enjoying yourself and you're just doing it out of routine, out of habit.
I think that's been, and what I told the doctors is that I took myself off of the regimen that I was on that allowed me to be able to work as hard as I did, even though my body was killing me. So I've not gone back on that said regimen because they're still doing all these testing. So my body it aches. You got three different types of arthritis in my shoulders and neck, and 3 different arthritises in my hips. So it's been rough, but I've been, like you said, going for walks with Ryan, no matter what. It was a routine the last 3 days, and just I can't bring myself to do it because for the same reason you're saying, my feet, and I know it has to do with my toes. I know that I have really bad bunions and they're just digging in when I'm walking, and I'm trying out different shoes. And I know that all of that combined is just, but no, we're going to go walk a lot today. So.
Well, I shared a bit of a graphic image on Facebook that I knew probably would gross people out, but I had a blister on my foot, this big.
I'm sure.
And it started about that big, and then I just didn't.
Holy shit!
Didn't stop, but it's huge now. But that's
what
just.
She said.
But that's not the pain I'm going through. The pain I'm going through is actually proper pain in my heel and stuff. And seeing the chiropractor, really, I need to. You can put an object under your heel and you can kind of stretch it out, and which I need to start doing more. I mean, I've learned quite a lot from the chiropractor, but I haven't been putting it into practice. And I guess it's kind of in the title, practice. I need to practice, but yeah, but it hasn't been stopping me. But sometimes when I'll be walking a crap load, and then I'll come home, sit down, and then go to stand up, and then put the weight back on my legs and be like, oh crap, that. It's a lot of pain, but as they say, no pain, no gain, or whatever. So I'm trying to just push through it.
My knees are giving out. My knees are giving out at this point. I do understand what you mean by the chiropractor taught you. I have a rock. This guy, he wasn't a chiropractor, but he went to one so much that the guy was like, I'm retiring. I want to teach you how to do this for your wife because I've never charged you how much I needed to charge you to keep you coming because your wife needed it. So I'm going to teach you now because you're not going to be able to afford it anymore, basically. So he taught him how to do all these readjustments for her. And it had to do with her feet. And you get a rock. You get a rock that has kind of like an edge to the top and you rub your heel into it.
You know, like a step, like it has to be not a really harsh step, but one that's curved slightly.
Yeah, and put your foot. Yeah.
Over like
to
a
stretch
step,
it.
like you know, like a step out of the door. Like normally you have that bit of a arch. I really worked that when I was in a lot of pain, but funny enough, I haven't been doing it for a bit. I did it a little bit the other day, but I need to like everything. You need to do it daily.
Do you have
improve?
Do you have toe cramps that like make your toes curl up?
Not really these days, but sometimes you can feel a lot of the pain in your toes and stuff like that.
Okay. I'm just wondering if because I know that people tell me when you have bunions, like you get cramps because your bones are not supposed to be that way. You know, and I've always been forced to wear shoes that were too small for me because I flat-footed, so my toes are very like shoved together since I was a child.
I definitely have issues with my feet, but also walking this much. When I
how much are you walking when you're walking?
Oh, well, I do like about 30 minutes, 40 minutes each day, but I'm doing like hikes and stuff now. I'm doing like a couple of hours, you know.
I can't do the hike. I can't. So good for you. You're doing great.
But then I do like I do a huge hike and I'd feet be in pain, and then I'd still walk in the evening. Like I haven't really. The only day I don't walk is on Saturday, and that's because I'm normally too busy and then setting up this stream. Otherwise, I'd be
it's our fault.
It's our fault. This is my day off or whatever, I guess, to chill. But I guess you do need a chill day. But just to get back on what Becky was saying, I have to say that I'm very proud of you, and I'm sure everyone else here would be very proud because he's saying he's getting his life better, he's working, and he's trying not just to sit on Centrelink, which is like the dole or whatever, you know. But like I have seen Becky making some positive changes, and it's good to see. And just keeping trying, keeping fighting, keeping.
Yep.
Like it won't be tomorrow. It won't probably be the end of the year, but just have goals in place. But do set yourself little goals. Yeah. You can have like the main goal that might be a couple of years off, but just set yourself little goals to do that will make yourself happy. But you know, like we can see that you're trying to make a lot of positive change. So big, you know, hug, pat on the back for you. Keep up the great work.
That's it.
One step at a time.
So right, Joanne.
I mean, Mark said it to me a week or two ago. You might have a one step forward and two steps back, but as long as you keep on trying to move forward.
Yeah. It's
all right, Mr. Austin.
No worries, Mrs. Austin. Maybe a good time to...
we'll be wrapping it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate it. I guess I'll do my little... I've been talking enough for a bit. But hopefully it's been, mostly positive. But yeah, appreciate everyone being here. Shout out as well to Stylesy and Dave for being Funkin' Hungry members. And big shout out to, now we have Cody, the Aussie Brony, as one of our panelists, co-hosts, whatever you want to say. So
from now on,
Mark for always being here. Good old Roger for always taking the time to come and share his Saturday with us. Cody, and of course, Mrs. Austin as well. But all you lovely, and Stephen as well.
Yeah,
Stephen on it. Really appreciate him coming on, sharing his life with us, and sharing his interest. It was great. I'm sure the other guys will agree. It was great to have him. He's welcome anytime he wants to. But yeah, over to you, boys.
Well, Well, I'll start off by just saying virtually what G said, and thank you everyone for the support and being here and putting up with our craziness that we sometimes go on with, and being open to sharing your life with us. And
takes a lot of strength to do that.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
it really does.
Right. So a big shout out to Becky as well.
Yeah. So thanks everyone. Definitely appreciate the support, and look forward to doing this once a week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let you jump in there, Cody, because we know Roger's going to take us out.
Well, just quickly, sorry, Cody.
Right.
Being on here has helped me start doing what I'm doing on the live streaming with what I'm doing in my shed. The more I do it, the more I'm certainly enjoying it. I'm getting better. I'm able to. It's always good to have someone else on, but I can, carry myself. And I was pretty proud of what I did this afternoon. I'm always happy with my content. What I want to do is try and be a bit more entertaining and be a bit more relating to what I'm doing. So hopefully, the more I do, I'll improve. And that's thanks to you guys for being there and supporting me with my crazy interests. So thank you, everyone.
You're welcome, Mark.
Oh, you're very welcome, and yeah, it's great. I've said it before a while ago. It's great to see Mark and Roger and Cody and Mrs. Austin and everyone else and Brian, all doing more of your own content, doing more of your streaming and lives, and just sharing yourselves, because it's your turn now. Go on there, buddy.
You too, Joanne.
No, you have to do your little outro there, Cody.
No.
Just do your YouTube outro if you want.
I guess that's just good. It's good to finally have a freaking new computer, and then so I can come up on the panel with you guys more often. Yeah.
It's great to have you, because you've been wanting to join us for a long time. We had a few hiccups, but thank you very much for joining us and spending your Saturday up late with G and everyone else.
Oh, you're welcome, G, and everyone. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, now, Mr. Prawn, take us away.
Go, Roger.
I'm going to like coming up here, relax and have a few drinks and talk with you guys and with Mark, G, Cody. Sometimes this is Austin, and also seeing the chat, the regular people there, and the new person tonight, Stephen.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have Mick and Wheels and Sammy, like you did on Monday. Do you saw Sammy in that?
Yeah, it was Monday for a bit.
And I don't mind Sammy. He's all right. He's pretty relaxed.
He's good.
Guy. He seemed to be a pretty relaxed guy, Sammy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Roger, for spending your time here. Do appreciate you coming on and just sharing your happy, positive self with us. It's always great to have you here.
Allow me be me. That's what it is. You allow me be me without restrictions.
That's all we want you to be. That's all I want you to be. You don't be anyone else, because you're great as you are.
See you, Peter. Mrs. Austin.
Okay.
Becky.
All right, then, even though it's not quite up to the hour mark, we've gone through a lot tonight, so we'll be leaving now. So we don't need to get over whatever. But yeah, appreciate everyone in the chat, everyone watching. Shout out to everyone that opened up tonight. We all really appreciate it. And hopefully someone watching that might not be talking, you might have gave them, the push in life to sort of, sort out their own issues. But we'll love you and leave you, and we'll get out of here, and we'll see you next time.